Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live on a Monday night. It's another week in Wrasslin, and we are kicking it off, coming off a very crazy and click-worthy weekend. We got so much to get into, so much to talk about. There is so much wrestling ahead, but we have 3+ hours here tonight. Myself and that pretty face, your alternative commentary to all the action, folks. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. So grab your snacks, grab your feel good, put a smile on your face, and we're going to have a good one. We got Raw, we got Logan, we got Seth. Let's go! Ding, 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 folks. We are live, and we are rolling through already. It's a Monday. You got Monday in the books. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. But we got some wrestling on the dock for you tonight. Myself and this man are going to get into all the rumors, all the stories, all the action. But before that, we're going to kill a little bit of time, give you a bit of a pre-show, and let you know what's going on in the world of wrestling. If you didn't know, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Get him, Doug.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. And yes, after the past, 48 hours in professional wrestling, we've had to, very much, have to break out the oxygen tanks and the resuscitation masks and everything after, we had the second super kick heard around the world after Jey Uso aligned with his brother against Roman. And then we had like Mussolini in Kennedy.
Yeah, lots to dive into, lots to talk about. There's some little interesting intricacies that a lot of people have brought up over the last couple days, including yourself and myself. So, tonight's going to be an interesting one. We got Logan Paul returning. We got an open challenge from Seth, who's already defending his belt tomorrow. So it's slowly, or not even slowly, quickly becoming the workhorse championship that they said it would be.
Well, there's rumors, by the way, that Braun Breaker is in attendance backstage. And also, interesting enough, Mr. Tommaso Ciampa, another bearded fellow like ourselves and everything, is also backstage. So we could get, a reunion of the DIY as well.
Dun, 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 dun. We'll see what it means. We'll see how it looks, Nick. And we will get into all the action when it does kick off. Like you said at the top here, we did have a definite breakup or divide amongst the bloodline in one of the best segments. A lot of people are now talking about, is this the best storyline in the history of wrestling? Like, that's where we're at with this. And one of my favorite lines that, if you want to kind of read into things as a Mark fan, Michael Cole says, this is the end of the bloodline as we know it. Like, he didn't come out and say it's done, it's over, goodbye. As we know it is a very important part that I think we should all hold on to for a few more days and see as we know it looks like.
But yes, we do also. Well, there is the future tease of Austin Theory being involved and so on and so forth, because anyone can be a Paul Heyman guy and everything. But I see the chat filling up. We'll get to you in a hot second. But yes, every time I look at the pictures of the bloodline, I just keep hearing every step I take, because it's just it's been a long day. Like, now we've finally got this true divide, and now the countdown clock is running on Solo Sikoa as to when he turns, I feel, at this point.
No, absolutely. And does he maintain his loyalty to Roman? How does this spill out? I still wanted Kishi to get involved somehow.
But Roman still is always the one betrayed by all of this. So if they do turn him babyface with the bloodline, just remember that he's technically, theoretically, in his own mind, been the one that's been betrayed every single time, whether it's Sammy, whether it's Jimmy, whether it's Jay.
And you got Paul Heyman shedding actual tears. like that ringside crying, like it blows my mind. Weeping, that babbling brook. But and then beyond that, you said Saturday night we got into the return of CM Punk, and it's less of a joyous occasion as far as the fan base goes. Man, it is crazy times for AEW because their fan base has become uber toxic, and they are killing each other, and they are hurting their product.
Well, it's a fantastic time to be a pro wrestling fan in general. And that's, by the way, shameless plug. You need to be watching everything with the Wrestling for Life Network. We got you covered from anything from the Twitter, the Instagram, the TikToks, the merch store. We got the YouTubes, and we're still always growing and expanding. But yeah, it's a fantastic time to be a pro wrestling fan. And it's such a weird wedge because I know we were on here and a fair amount of us, and there was even some that, didn't agree with us, but we both, to my understanding, liked Collision and thought it was a bit of a breath of fresh air amongst AEW. And you have certain AEW fans that just instantly, just no matter what, didn't like it. None of that. You had people that either really liked that CM Punk is back or you really don't like it. So it's all great to have a brand split, but when you're dividing your own fan base amongst itself, that's a problem.
It's definitely a problem. Like, even on our own, we had 70 people-ish give a vote on whether or not they liked the debut, and there was literally 18% of the people came out and gave it less than a 6 out of 10. 6 or less out of 10. And to me, that blows my mind because even if you hate Punk, the show was good. I mean, these are the same people that want to convince you that, did you see Rampage? Way better than SmackDown. We're winning. And then you get Collision, which, is miles ahead of what we got on Rampage. And the fan base is like, nope, shit.
See, I know at times we disagree in opinions and everything like that. So just for the sake of this, I'd like to apologize that the wrestlers you like are softer than,
right.
Like, I don't know. Even we briefly talked about this before we went on air, to where I don't get, even if you didn't know everything that happened with All Out, anything like that, if you're not a Smart Mark wrestling fan, that was still a good CM Punk promo. As coming back as the babyface, he kept everything going with continuity of this is the belt I never lost. He explained why he wasn't there. He explained, what he plans to do and everything like that. But it's because the AEW fan base is such the smart marks and everything. So they got all the innuendos. So that's why we get the divisiveness we get tribalism within a tribe. And that's never a good sign.
Yeah, but again, I understand that. But I kind of gone to this example. Like when the Bucks, no matter how you fall on your love for the Bucks or Punk, like this complete kind of turned off by it. Like, you can't let yourself go, you know what, I don't like him, but that was a good promo. Like, it is what it is. The people who keep saying, well, here he is, he's whining, he's complaining, that didn't sound like whining or complaining at all. It actually sounded like the complete opposite to me, Nick. He wasn't sitting there going boo-hoo. He was saying, listen, I did some shit, I got hurt, I'm back, I'm going to kick ass. You want to fill these shoes, come do it. Like, to me, it was the furthest thing from whining and complaining.
I'm still waiting for when he puts this on a t-shirt that says, tell me when I'm telling lies.
It should be on a t-shirt.
It's literally just, why the fuck you lying?
Right? He's almost stolen our gimmick because that's kind of how we roll around here. Tell us.
Right. It's literally, he put extra work onto an already stolen gimmick of you can have that even what I'm at.
Right. Richard's in the house tonight. Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier kicks off Raw. Richard was here early, and he might actually be accurate on this prediction. But yes, we are getting the last women's Money in the Bank qualifier tonight. Raquel versus Trish. Interesting.
Do you go Team Canada?
I kind of have to, and I feel like it will play into the story because Zoe's in, Becky's in. All we're missing now is Trish. And I really don't care for backflex.
Fair enough. I almost hit on like 3 different points within that. My brain kind of short-circuited because on one hand, I was going to mention of Trish Stratus is aging like fine wine. The girl's 47 and girl, you're fine. But then also we've got Raquel. They're kind of pushing her. She doesn't have Liv. She doesn't have the tag division. She was the former NXT Women's Champion. They were pushing her for a bit. I don't know why I keep doing a post as I keep talking about it, but I feel like
it's just automatic.
I'm forced to do it. It's a reflex.
Even Trish put out a back flex pose.
Yeah. I make that shit flex real good. But anyways, so I think Raquel has to win this because we still get the Becky, Trish, Zoe storyline going forward outside of Money in the Bank. But I know we halfway talked about it in the group chat and everything. Do you want to touch about ringside news talking about the whole Zoe Starks being forced into promos?
Well, first and foremost, ringside, I don't know who runs it. I don't know who's there. But ringside tends to, chop up a Meltzer promo or a Meltzer show into like 45 clickbaity fucking things. And they're consistently putting out shit that ends up not being the case at all. It's like whatever they heard from a friend or from a friend of a friend. Oh, we checked with our sources. I don't know. Your sources might be, blind, deaf, or dumb, or all of the above. I don't know what's happening. I heard Zoe in an interview talking about how she's thrilled about being pushed to the top, that she believes that the company believes in her, that they believe she can handle it. Is she the best of promos? No, not yet, but that's why they gave her Trish. Now, some people are going to say, well, Trish isn't the best of promos, but that's an acquired taste. She does it a little bit different. She's a little more sarcastic, a little more subtle, but the idea that she was forced seems bullshit to me.
Oh, absolutely.
You're in a storyline with two future Hall of Famers, or one Hall of Famer and one future Hall of Famer as your initial. Like, you could be carrying Cross, rocking the leather, and getting rolled up by people. But I think Zoe's.
There'd be more controversy if she's out there in a gimp mask and everything like that. That'd be more problems, especially involving Vince McMahon.
No kidding. Raquel versus Trish got that one. Victor, how you doing? Rocco's back in the house. Boston's here. Greg. Dana, how you doing?
We need to acknowledge the chat here. We've been rambling.
I'm not even reading. I'm just going through the names. Clay.
Well, thank you. That's probably the first time in my 34 years on this earth that I've ever been called pretty.
You're so pretty.
Oh, Mickey. Oh, Nikki, you're so fine. You're so fine.
I was like, why would you say Mickey? Okay, I'm glad you got there.
It took me a minute. Vitamins, folks.
There you go. Clay's in the house. Trevor's here. Sonic Boom is back. Ronnie's in the house.
Well, you missed the first super sticker there, the hand pink waving, which, by the way, folks, we do have the super chats, the super stickers of. We used to be really good at getting to the chats. Now sometimes y'all talk too much. We suck at it at times. But if you want to make sure that you stand out, you show up to show out, because that's what the show is about. If you want to drop a super chat, make sure we get your comment, make sure we read you, make sure we put attention on you. We acknowledge you. Or if you want to just help support the channel as well, we do have that option as well.
There you go. Seth's Open Challenge is next week after Money in the Bank. Interesting.
Wait, what? No, sorry. I got to get to this. I got to get to this one now after what I said. Of BJ show. Interesting name. We've had a BJ on this channel. Pause. But wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2-man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2-man.
Bring back Babyface Bailey. Let's go.
No.
Well,
then speaking of the women's Money in the Bank, or I guess speaking of Money in the Bank as a whole, so we have Logan Paul returning tonight. Does he challenge Seth? Does he add himself to the Money in the Bank briefcase match? Does he replace someone in the Money in the Bank briefcase match? What is Logan Paul doing here, essentially?
I think he ends up in the Money in the Bank. That's my prediction, and I think not only does he get in, he wins. If he doesn't get in, then we'll talk about it. But I think, again, we only got 6 in each right now, so I'm wondering if they're looking to expand that. We have Bailey potentially getting bumped out of it, which would be very interesting.
Sowing the seeds of dissension here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Small Mark, what up? Aaron, what up? Richard still again. Bash, what up? So pretty. Every time I hear so pretty now, I don't know about you, but I think of Wesley Snipes with White Man Can't Jump, of when he hits the jump side, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
No girls ever told me I'm pretty except my mom, but that's my mom. Fair enough. Well, we did just have Father's Day last weekend, so shout out to all the dads out there.
Yeah, big shout out to
Speaking
all
of my brother from another mother, but yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I threw that post up of like Becky high-fiving everybody, and then there's the picture of Seth all by himself. And I was like, yeah, it feels that way sometimes, right? But no, shout out to all the dads, all the guys putting in the work, doing it proper there for your little ones. I know it's not, we're not batting 1,000 in the dad category. So anybody who's doing it right, doing it proper, nothing but a shout out and kudos.
I was gonna say, how'd you enjoy your necktie, your whitey tighties, and your tube sock?
Right? It was no, actually I did well. I did well on Father's Day this time. So
there we go.
Got me some fishing gear. If I ever get off the screen, I can use it.
I was gonna say, well, if for those who have been a long time, if anyone remembers KJ's birthday cake from last year and everything like that. So
True.
If that's saying anything, I expected, to show up and show out there,
Right.
Is Logan a free agent? I think he might be.
Didn't he didn't get drafted, did he?
No. Well, there's a few people who haven't gotten drafted who have been bouncing around between like Monday Night Raw and NXT, which will be here tomorrow night for, which is Clash of the Champions, Bash of the Champions, something Gold Rush. That's where we go. There we go. They're playing the 49ers Gold Rush here. So we've got that going on. You're muted, sir. So I don't know if you're saying, you're quoting the Bible or what's going on.
I gotta listen. It's Monday. We're working out the kinks. It's all right. This comment made me laugh. Logan Paul's got a gig scamming the crypto people enough. That's what makes this so good, because people just innately hate him. So you have a guy
that's going to turn the World Heavyweight Championship into an NFT.
Yeah, that's what he does, right? Everyone can own a piece of the WWE. But yeah,
we have a heavyweight zoo instead of crypto zoo,
right? I need a moment, folks.
Absolutely. So 100% you rocking with me as we are about 5 minutes away, folks, from Monday Night Raw kicking off. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. And that was no way I did that because KJ left. But anyways, so we're about 5 minutes away from the kickoff of Monday Night Raw. We've got Seth Rollins with an open challenge, for the heavyweight championship. We've got Logan Paul returning. We might have Braun Breaker showing up, especially if we've got him challenging Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow night as well, which we'll be here live for. He might show up tonight on Monday Night Raw. We've got the potential reunion of DIY. We've got Rhea versus Natty. We've got Trish versus Raquel in a Money in the Bank women's qualifying match. Absolutely, WWE has been on fire. At this point, honestly, after Collision Saturday night, professional wrestling has been on fire. So it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. And if you haven't done so already, but you need to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, be a friend, tell everybody that you know about the Wrestling for Life Network, because started from the bottom, now we're here, and we're just getting started. Big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps. We still got, like I said, we've got the Tiki Talkies, we've got, the Twitter, we've got the Instagram, we've got, I think we're about to be getting the Facebook, we've got we're about to be getting the website, we've got the merch store. Sorry, I slipped into adult language there for half a second, but absolutely be a friend, tell a friend. Logan is a free agent, says Boston. BJ, Aaron Jobson, love lentil soup, especially carbonara sausage. Is that some sort of code that I was supposed to decipher there? I don't know. Did you guys see the rumor that CM Punk is confirmed for Dynamite Wednesday? The Bucks and Omega won't be there. I have not seen that. The one rumor that I have seen, and I hope for the ever-loving God it does not happen, is a trios match at Forbidden Door involving Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston on opposing sides. I don't know. Just please no. Already got that one. It will evolve for a while. Aaron saying, I can't hardly wait. What did I miss here? If you hate a person, he's done his job. Yeah, well, that's the thing is, certain people with like everybody forgets that sometimes the heels are supposed to kind of work you if you like you're supposed to not like the heels versus you just cheer for them because they're cool. But at the same time, CM Punk has a little bit of that Bret Hart syndrome going on right now. Like he's gonna get cheered in Chicago, he's gonna get cheered in Canada when they do most of their tour through there. But when they go through, say, a Florida tour or a California tour, it's gonna be a little interesting. Well, granted, does Collision get to that point? Because I mean, anybody that was saying anything about attendance for Chicago, Hamilton's like holding my beer. But I liked Collision. I felt like it had at least a different feel to Dynamite, and is what it absolutely needed. It needed to feel independent of that. And speaking of independent, I am no longer independent.
There you go. No, and here's the thing that what bothers me, and this is where we're talking about the toxic side of the AEW fan base right now. Is people taking pictures of like photoshopping pictures. You and I watched that live. We watched the Punk
promo. No, I know the picture that you're talking about, and it's the one that's opposite the hard cam, but that's that's a thing in wrestling at this point, honestly. Go ahead. Sorry.
So the point is this, Nick, is the fans, and there's that picture and there's another picture, but the fans are going out of their way to prove that one of their products is shit. People within their company are not drawing. When you have your quote unquote competition right now, just rolling shit out, sell out. Thank you. Money. And then you have your own fan base trying to deter and detract from what the company itself is trying to do. It's disappointing.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I feel like with AEW fans, it's like the cause and solution to all of AEW's problems at this point. It really has come down to. And I think because not only with how rabid their fan base is and everything, but also what?
I said I'll take either or.
Fair enough, but I'm also saying of how much because of that people want to counter that. You get tribalism, blowback there because you get so many, because AEW fans go so hard in the paint. Then other people that go so hard the other way.
Now, forever. I got the show starting.
I'm refreshing now because I had the end of Chicago PD. I've got good old Richard Coyote for those who, if you can figure it out, you got it.
Sounds like a dangerous pivot. BJ, I'm not sure the context of that, but we can get back there. But I got
you can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at. I got right now.
Okay, so you're behind me by about. Seth Rollins kicking off the show, folks. So another one of Richard Jr.'s predictions go fucking nowhere.
Yeah, well, he's on them good pack. He's on that good vitamin pack.
So Seth freaking Rollins kicking off the show with a sing-along tonight, folks. Remember, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. That is Big Nick. I am KJ. We are here all week long. If you look below, the amount of streams that are coming your way that are already up and populated, you can't miss out. Make sure you go click like on each one of them. Be a part of all of our streams. Nobody covers more.
Not no way, not no how. Go ahead. Keep going.
That's okay. I'm only allowed to get 3/4 of a sentence up.
Sorry, I was just trying to play hype man. I was trying to play Flavor Flav to Chucky D over there.
Yeah, Flavor Flav.
Right. All I'm missing is the giant timepiece.
Good evening, and I got Seth Rollins stepping into the ring as we speak. Good evening.
Yes, I've got Seth Rollins coming up right now. So I don't know if I'm seconds or minutes behind you, but
you're seconds. Right now, it went black.
Oh, so you didn't get the giant no, like what we got on?
No, we still haven't figured that out.
Dynamite and everything is just no. Even your DVR just said no. Stop it.
Dude, they spotlight the ring and they got Seth just getting hit with the song, just standing there a cappella.
Yeah, right now. I've got him in the spotlight. Just
yes. But Finn Balor says hello, everybody. Enough of that shit. And we
Hello
get a
from
jump.
Ireland. What?
I like this for Finn Balor. Finn Balor, we said, kind of got lost in that Judgment Day funnel. So
Well,
this is
Does
good for him.
he? Do we get dissension between
Yes.
Judgment Day now? If I've just got Finn jumping him and stomping him right now,
You're
so
just
I
getting
don't know
the
if
jump.
I'm
I got him pressed on the table. Let me know when you get to the table.
okay.
They're on the announce table now, folks. They are swinging. We're coming out of the gate hot. You thought we were getting a promo? Not tonight.
But this is how you kick off. I've got him just throwing hands on the table right now, so we're probably good.
There you go. Rollins into the ring post. Now, keep in mind, like, this is supposed to set up some action for tonight. So, I mean,
this could still set up. This could still set up dissension. This could still set up a dark horse for the men's Money in the Bank briefcase matches. Damian Priest,
right?
And we've seen the seeds of dissension been sown through the Judgment Day of every now and then. He's got a little bit of a side eye, does Finn. So
yeah, no, they started to build that. They pulled JD McDonough into that equation as well. I think we are slowly going to start to see the demise of the Judgment Day. I think at this point it might work because, I mean, you got it already kind of fractured on how you.
Hey, shout out Jason Jordan. Sorry, that's the first time I've seen him in a long time.
Oh, good to grow off the stairs.
Oh, just got it. Damn. And think about it. That Seth is going to still allegedly defend his title later tonight in an open challenge, and he's turned around and he's facing Braun Breaker, weakening up the abdomen section.
Oh, he's giving him another one. Another one. Pop. Finn Balor with a coup de grace off the announce table. We're all over the place tonight, and he's mocking the fans.
But this is getting good. This is good.
It's a good start, that's for sure.
They're capitalizing on this spontaneous moments, that these things that we weren't planned for, folks, that these just fucking happen. They really do hate each other.
Oh, he's coming back again. Finn is on a fucking rampage. Excuse my language. Another one.
Right, but when did Finn become Brock Lesnar? Like, is he just another coup de grace of the ring steps? I know he's small, but is he that fucking slippery that he can get through like fucking 20 people? Like, Brock Lesnar can't do this shit. How can Finn Balor do it?
He won't stay still.
Irish.
He won't stay still. Club him.
Right? They'll never get my pot of gold.
All right. So
they'll never get my coup de grace.
Right, we're going into our first commercial break, and
that's a way to do it, though. If that's the way you're kicking off and you go on a commercial break, you can have that. Sorry.
So we are in this commercial break, folks. If you haven't clicked like or subscribe yet, please do so. I see a lot of people tuning in. Remember, we will take a prediction on all the matches here tonight. We'll also take a rating out of 10 at the end of the show. So do not leave early. We want to know what the fans think about each show. We want to catch the pulse. Instead of just coming on here, not watching the shows and giving you a half-assed opinion on how the shows go, we would like to actually watch it and find out how you feel.
Well, that's why we're also halfway the alternative commentary and everything, because as much as we do still talk about the wrestling, still talk about everything that's going on, we still pretty much are also a little bit of your play-by-play. If you can't watch the show, we got you covered. We still debated out here of, you know, who is JR, who is Jerry the King, who is Michael Cole, who is Pat McAfee, and everything like that. But either way, we got you covered. And interesting, speaking of commentaries, I know people have talked about this. I don't know, because we talk enough that I didn't notice it, but did you have a hard time if you watch back or if anything, or even when we were watching Collision, of hearing the commentary team?
No, you know what? And as much as I was like, okay, Nigel and Kevin, I'm happy with now. I think
JR, who's taking a reprieve. That was it.
Oh, that was it? Yes. No, JR, I'm sure. I think for him now, you look at, they were kind of on the fly. Now, were they hard to hear? No, I don't think so, but we were kind of talking and yelling. I watched the replay. They seemed pretty good. I found Kevin a little low-key and a little, like, he's almost cornflakey, right? Like, he's just like, that's awesome.
Yeah, but still, to me, it's such a counter to Excalibur, who's just literally, unless it's some, Ushigoroshi, like he does a poor man's, he does a sock puppet Mauro Ranallo. If it's not a Japanese move that no one can remember the name of, he doesn't know how to call it.
Right.
On one hand, I can't really hate it because we do enough of our own commentary to where it was fine. But at the same time, if I didn't have us, wasn't tuned into us, anything like that, I would rather listen to Nigel and Kevin Kelly. And there's even discussion of should they even have talked when CM Punk came out? Should they have waited till after he was done to introduce us to the show and everything?
No, I think again, I'm all about the commentary laying out when they need to, but definitely picking their spots and being okay as far as trying to direct the traffic. You want to direct the emotion, you want to paint the picture. And yeah, then when Punk kind of gets into it, you shut the fuck up. You mind your own business. So, and when he was finally done, I think Kevin Kelly said something like, oh boy, and then we moved on. So we were ready to go.
Absolutely. But I believe, coming back into action right now. Oh, we're getting a replay of the heinous attack from Finn Balor on Seth Rollins.
He definitely whooped the shit out of him. And keep in mind, at minimum, this is Seth Rollins still has to fight Braun Breaker tomorrow. Never mind what he's got going on tonight.
Well, that's the thing, and it's interesting too. Of coup de grace. Of you weaken the ribs, you weaken that midsection for when Braun Breaker hits the spear, and then he's got the Steiner recliner. So this is going to be interesting. It's that nice little subtle storytelling.
Absolutely. If you mean watch cookies and eat cartoons mindlessly, I like that. Oh yeah, been there. Welcome to the club.
Right.
More beating.
Oh God. Oh, and he's still. This man cannot be contained. Does no one know where Finn Balor, like the most evasive professional wrestler in history right now, because he's supposed to have been carried off by security.
Well, they were trying to help him out. Yeah, no, this slippery bastard. He's back at it.
Right.
This is good though. When was the last time you've seen Finn be convincing? When the last time you saw Finn, where you're like, oh shit, Finn's legit. Finn's not fucking around.
Right, but is this a good counterpoint to everybody that really hated on when Finn was trying to cut the promo against Seth, and you had the what chance, and everybody, the crowd just took all the life out of it. They were singing over it. Mm-hmm. They were whatting over it. We don't give a shit what you have to say, Finn.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is way better. Fine. If you guys are going to boo me when I speak, I'm not going to speak. I'm just going to lay boots to your guy.
Facts. Little interesting, though, still of Brock Lesnar actually was easier to subdue and to pin. Oh,
the Miz is in the ring.
What? But I kind of like this with this for a Monday Night Raw. If nothing feels planned, everything's like we say, our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all. Like literally everything's I'm just taking the mic over right now. I'm just talking.
Right. Now, I find it very interesting. Miz says Seth offered an open challenge tonight, and I was going to take that challenge. So does that mean the open challenge is off the table because Seth's been beat up brutally?
No, because this should be when Miz or somebody like that does that, because I'm going to pick the fucking bones of I'm a chicken shit heel, so I'm going to just vulture this whole situation.
Uh-oh, you know who's coming out. He's open challenge, a Miz open challenge, Nick.
Maurice.
I didn't kick your ass.
Marseille, Man's Tower, Model, Pretty Deadly.
Gotta be like Gargano.
Elton Prince.
Ciampa is back! Yes!
Oh, and I like this because this breaks the tie to the Miz.
It does. It says enough of your shit. I'm moving on, and I'm going to be good. So it's nice to get Ciampa back in the fold. Ladies,
and look at the reaction. Listen to the pop, everything and he's back. He's not in the neon green jacket that I fucking hated.
He is smiling a lot, though.
Yeah.
For me.
Best Ciampa is heel Ciampa. No one has to.
Yeah, I want him to come out as Psycho Killer and just move on from. You know what he's doing here now, right? We're getting the old bait and switch here from Tommaso Ciampa. So I'm thrilled to see Ciampa back in the fold, guys. Music back.
How long's it been?
Woo! Another person jumped. I like Raw tonight. We're not fucking around with anybody. You get a punch. You get a punch.
Well, and Miz looks so thrown off, like you were supposed to be my friend.
Oh, we were friends.
But that was worst Ciampa is when he was with the Miz, and now I'm glad that we're getting back to like best Ciampa.
Yeah, like looking like a pylon.
Well, yeah, to where he was just the Miz light. Like he was worse than Sandow. He was worse than fucking Alex Riley even.
Right.
But so, folks, we will take a prediction on whether you're taking the Miz or Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, and why is it Ciampa?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not taking Ciampa, what is wrong with you? Oh, we got the clap. He's teasing. He's playing with their emotions. Remember, Gargano's from Cleveland, so there's adding more.
He very much teased about, what better way to make a return than, in your hometown and everything. And we've already got the back body drop from Ciampa onto the table cover from on the Miz.
Flying clothesline. Ciampa not messing around at all tonight. Folks, if you showed up for some Smash Mouth, we're getting some action right out of the gate. Down comes that knee pad, Nick.
Absolutely. Well, think about the last. If you watch WWE and AEW, that's what you watch as pro wrestling. You watch the big two. The last 48, 72 hours for you as a professional wrestling fan, what do you have to bitch about?
No, that's it. I agree with you, man. I feel bad for the people that I watch from particularly Saturday on, but the ones that never stop. But it just blows my mind to watch these people just hate watch wrestling so hardcore. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that I hate this, I hate that. Listen, we bitch and complain just as good as anybody else out there. But, man, we're at least enjoying the wrestling when it gets rolled out for the most part.
Right. We can still like it, but we critique it. We don't hate it.
Absolutely.
Right. It's still a critique. But Steve G, what up? Bash 8, what up? Aaron, what up? Victor taking Ciampa for the win. Vance taking Ciampa for the win. J-Boy said Miz never wins, so we've got Ciampa. Small Mark, no entrance music. Ciampa was a beast. Yes, that's S tier. I feel next to that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I heard today that I think Miz has 3 wins in 2023, and we'll see.
3 wins too many.
We'll see if we can get to 5 by the end of the year.
Well, he might be the Brian Myers Award for our midlife or mid-year. I almost said midlife, mid-year.
Midlife crisis. Not
our midlife crisis. That is the mid-year Golden KJ, the Wrestling for Lifeies.
Right. Well, Miz has Ciampa in the corner, working him over pretty good with some yes kicks, if you want to be picky.
It's so interesting that certain moves you tie instantly just to a specific wrestler.
It's true. Definitely.
Like it's always the Razor's Edge. It's never.
Yeah, it's always the Razor's Edge.
It's always Sweet Chin Music. It's always a pedigree.
John, how you doing? How you doing? He's picking Tommaso as well. Yeah, I don't think anybody's picking the Miz in any way, shape, or form. Was that a tooth? Miz can't handle the tooth. Well,
you can't handle the tooth.
Oh,
I didn't even realize that was the comment. I thought we were.
That might be a tooth. That might be a tooth. Gum, maybe.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll hope gum more than tooth. Oh, fairy tale ending after a giant super kick. Ciampa picks up the 1, 2, 3, the uno, dos, tres.
It's over. It's over. Thank God. It's short work, Nick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like this from Steve-O. The tooth hurts.
Tooth hurts.
He picked up that win at 2:30. Yeah, no, I think that's some gum or something. But yeah, either way, it's nice to see Ciampa back, and hopefully he stays healthy, because that's the thing, is he's been the most snake bit by injuries.
Yeah, even in and out, in and out, in and out. We'd like some consistency for the guy. And listen, he came out with a gray beard, no Vince McMahon dye job, and he got a clean win, a solid clean win.
And no highlighter, tasseled jumpsuit jacket and everything.
Right.
So, right.
Tonight, Logan Paul returns. I'm curious. We got about 50 people hanging out with us right now. Are you excited or not excited about Logan Paul? I just know it's polarizing. So, by all means, chime in on your Logan Paul love.
Pause.
Yeah, if you got stories, we'll take them.
Well, I was about to say, but who do you also think is going to win the Money in the Bank women's qualifying match between Raquel and Trish? I know I asked this earlier. Are you staying hometown, home country Canadian vibe? This is so good. Closing segment of Friday Night SmackDown, they're taking time out of Monday Night Raw to just re-fucking play it. Of just in case you missed it.
Nick, they do that every week, bro. We talked about this last week.
Listen, sometimes the vitamins just let you enjoy the wrestlings a little bit more. So
that's why I love that you're excited for them. The point you made, though, was even better, because it's so good. We're excited to see the replay of it.
Right. Oh, we got the Judgment Day coming up right now. And, well, they all got mics. Why?
That was cool.
Why?
And Finn Balor steps out in front of the group, pacing. This is good for Finn. It's been a while.
And even Damien's the one that does the little motion to set off the song and the pyro and everything like that. So coming up next, we're getting the Raw Women's World Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, not undisputed Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya.
Is that happening next?
Yes, allegedly.
They all got mics. I feel like we're going to talk before we get there. But we'll find out, folks. We are back in a commercial break. We are rolling through. By all means, if you are tuning in, make sure you get into that chat. I want to know what's on your wrestling mind. How you feeling about Punk? How you feeling about Paul? How you feeling about Papa Paul? How you feeling about anyone else? Let us know.
Why?
Thumbs down.
Boo earns.
LP sucks. Logan gets a thumbs up from me. Trevor, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. The man showed up.
So, well, this becomes a different question. Do you give him a thumbs up as a heel professional wrestler?
Yes.
Versus outside of professional wrestling? That's the issue here.
Him outside of wrestling has no appeal to me at all. Definitely, like I said, I didn't follow.
So you're like
here fuck about him, yeah. Like him as a dude and what he does seems a little douchebaggery to me, but I don't know the man, so fuck him. But that being said, in the ring it works. Even his brother, they bring his brother to what was it, WrestleMania, and his brother's in the pre-show arguing with the live fans behind him. Like
you had KSI as a prime bottle.
Well, that was stupid.
Right. But that's a bit of the give and take of heel Logan 10 on 10 every day.
Yeah.
Babyface Logan, miss me with that. It doesn't work. I will not have it, Sam I am. I will not have it, Vince I am. But heel Logan works so well, and especially because you've got this weird kind of twist to where now if he's got this feud obviously with Seth, and Seth's now the baby face of, I still think that there is the potential for your theory of Logan gets into the Money in the Bank briefcase match and wins, and I know I myself included have been very LA Knight.
Yeah.
going off of what's there, but you still think that LA Knight makes it work. Or sorry, Logan.
I actually worry that if LA Knight wins the Money in the Bank, he'll unsuccessfully cash it in. That's what I worry about LA Knight. But I would love to see LA Knight win. However, if Logan Paul ends up in the Money in the Bank, to me, it feels like he's going to win it. And I think it just plays well with Seth. Seth as the champion gives Logan a viable target where people really do believe that, we saw them bang it out already. Maybe he could do it. Maybe he could surprise him. If he cheats, he can definitely beat him.
Is Logan the only person that if he wins it, you don't think he might cash it in on the IC or the US title?
No, and a lot of people are talking about that. And to me, it was a dumb fucking thing to bring up because I thought
they had to excuse Austin Theory. They had to make a rule. This man fucked up that bad. They had to make a rule around him.
But I don't know why they didn't just leave it alone. Like, leave well enough alone. If you are choosing to go that route again, which back-to-back
years.
This
is WWE. Literally, there's court documents that say they don't know how to leave well enough alone.
Yeah, I mean, they had so many options here, but again, it's just stupid. If you win the golden ticket, if you're Willy fucking Wonka, you're going to the chocolate factory. You're not going. Like, that's the way it is. Like, to me, it's really dumb, but Theory made sense. I guess now it's officially a rule, but if anyone else does it, especially this year, now you're actually making Money in the Bank look stupid.
Yeah, especially when that's become the big five out of the big four. But we're back from commercial. I've got Finn Balor cutting a promo right now.
Taco Fall.
It's so funny because I see that, and I believe that's the name of an NFL player, but you wouldn't get that. So that, or no, NBA. Right? I got close.
As in Logan actually is a wrestler. He was a D1 wrestler in college, legitimate wrestling, not scripted. I didn't know that about Logan, that he did legit wrestling.
Yes, they do. Okay. Well, that's part of what legitimized them when it came to boxing, when it came to MMA and shit, is that they do have an actual athletic background. It's just they're such douchebags. You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
They're giving the Judgment Day the Seth treatment here, Nick, where they're getting the song whether the champ's here or not.
See, this is where, though, I say that Damien's a dark horse because I feel like they build to a Seth versus Finn story. And Damien fucks that up because he's the Money in the Bank briefcase holder.
Oh, that's
and then awesome. We get a little bit of that story. There's avenues we can go here.
Definitely. And Rhea just talks the crowd back into her palm.
There's people saying she should have fucking beat the Undertaker's streak and everything like that. Like, at this point, Rhea Ripley is like she's the alpha and the omega when it comes to WWE wrestling, it feels like.
Yeah, over as can be, Mr. Nick.
Right.
Omos is tall. Should he be in the NBA? He doesn't move very well for a tall guy.
That's not saying that doesn't work in the NBA.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I think he was going to, and I think it's literally because of something like that, of one of those, you might be a little too stiff here. If you ain't got the handles, you ain't got the dribbles or anything like that, to where they send them, That's the thing, is we get guys like Roman, we get guys like Dwayne that shoulda, coulda, woulda been in the NFL, but they ain't.
Yeah, I mean, shit doesn't go that way. I mean, we've seen it up. I don't have to dive too far into that, but we've seen enough athletes not make it and make it elsewhere. Just the way it goes.
Oh, absolutely.
Got that one. Matt, welcome. Logan is good, but his attitude isn't. So make him a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Oh, now that felt pipe. No. Apparently, they'll show some fans just so you know.
Well, no, that just wasn't great from Damien because I'm still always waiting. Whenever anyone says again, I always wait for the Chris Jericho again. If you haven't subscribed to the Wrestling for Life Network, you should. Again, that's
Again and again. I acknowledge Mammy.
What the fuck?
I just read what they put in the box, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Mommy, at least read it right.
It sounds better when Mammy.
She sounds like your 80-year-old grandmother. Like,
right? Hardcore. Nate Robinson will dunk on a 6'10" player. Once upon a time.
With stilts.
What?
I just said with stilts.
With stilts. He's got some ups.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Mommy giving some shit. It does feel a bit sweetened. A little bit sweetened.
This is getting long. Well, speaking of sweetened, this is getting long in the sweet tooth here.
A little bit, because they've had to work through Seth. Like, everyone's singing Seth shit. Now they're doing the booing. It's been a bit of a... They came out of the gate hot. We kind of took it down a gear in the next...
Well, that's been the weakness, though. I feel we've seen it with Finn. Now we're seeing it as the Judgment Day as a whole. Of oddly enough, even though they're supposed to get the biggest crowd reaction, they don't know how to handle getting a big crowd reaction.
Well, and I mean, to me, like, if we're gonna see Rhea later. I really liked what they did with Finn, so they didn't need him to speak. Let his actions speak for him. You know, that would be my vote in this particular case. So, yeah, maybe just get to the next match. We didn't really need them to come out and do what they just did.
Not at all. Well, and you brought up the best point of just let Finn, what Finn did, like in that whole segment, just let that sit. Yeah, let things rest for a bit.
Yeah. Let his actions speak. And we're all like, oh shit, he's looking like a badass. And he comes out, grabs the mic, and starts kind of puttering through a promo, and we're like, oh shit.
Right.
We're getting a replay, Nick, of SmackDown.
And now was the super kick heard around the world, or the second super kick heard around the world?
That's what, like, I know people love to just dig in and be haters, but man, we've had so many holy shit. Like the chair shot heard around the world, the slap heard around the world, the super kick heard around the world. Like, Jesus, it's been just nonstop. Oh my God.
This is one of the best moments in the entire Bloodline storyline, bar none at this point.
Yeah.
We've seen it just even from what we've put out with it and everything, just the traction that has gone on that, let alone of, I remember, what was it, on Saturday and Sunday, we were literally like, you can't avoid this clip of like, you literally, it's anywhere and everywhere. This is the most thing that's getting talked about in professional wrestling.
Right. Rhea versus Roman is what we really need. I don't know if we're ever going to see that doozy. Y2J, not sure what that's in context to. Punk will be on Dynamite. I heard the rumor that Punk will be on Dynamite. The Bucks and Kenny will not. I don't know if that's a coincidence. But yes, the rumor is Punk is going to be on Dynamite. That has not been confirmed, but people seem to think it's going to happen, folks. So we will see. We will see. And of course you want him on Dynamite. So it's the show before you get into Forbidden Door. You want eyes. You want to draw it. You want attention. And no matter how much people love or hate CM Punk, he is clicks. He is views. Even for a little channel like us, CM Punk is an uptick on the needle. And why not have him there on Wednesday? Why not? Especially after taking some shots at MJF. Interesting. But right now they're breaking down WWE, slipping some family photos into the speech, the monologue that Jay gave Jimmy. If you guys have not seen this yet, A, where have you been? B, go check it out. Go look it up. It's worth it. Even if you know the outcome, it's still worth the watch. It's ridiculous how many times I've seen this clip. You got hurt. I stepped up. Jay White needs CM Punk Bullet Club. Jay White, CM Punk, like CM Punk joined the Bullet Club, Jay Boy. Whew. That's a That's an interesting choice. You make CM Punk the new leader of the Bullet Club. Keep in mind who's been in the Bullet Club, so that'd be really ironic. Booze. Logan is a perfect heat magnet for WWE, similar to Floyd Mayweather for the public image standpoint. Yeah, Mark, it works. It really does work. But like I called it on Friday, you're out, so am I. Super kick. And this second super kick, when Jay and Jimmy dug in together, super kicks heard around the world, folks. It is outstanding. We were happy to cover it. It was a good one. Like Nick said, we were getting spoiled. Right now, the hope is, Monday started off pretty good. We'll see if it can carry. But, we're getting good shows on Friday. Dynamite was good last week. Collision was good. NXT's been good. I mean, tomorrow's Gold Rush. We will be here live for that. So, I mean, you're kind of forcing the pressure, right? Competition gives you an opportunity to grow your product. Competition allows the product to get better and be more interesting, more compelling. So, yeah, I definitely think we're going to benefit as fans. We're definitely going to benefit. Dominic, we'll skip that. Eddie Guerrero had nuclear heat. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Then there's a long list of wrestlers that have had exceptional heat. I think in 2023 or 2022 or the last few years, it's a little more rare to get that emphatic, enraged, deep heat where it just doesn't die down. It's kind of, boo, we don't like you. But yeah, heels doing heel things matter. And Dominic, the reaction to Dominic's insane. Sammy and Kevin having a chit chat. They're gonna take KO to anger management. You're a rageaholic. Oh, KO. I think you're a rageaholic. What? Man, I'll kill you. Nick, KO is stealing your gimmick right now. What's up, Kayla? How you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you. Steve-O's in the house. Joe, just in case we haven't said hello. Keyshawn's back again. The Bucks are not a draw. I'm sorry. It's facts, Keyshawn. You don't have to apologize for facts. You stacked last week. We enjoyed last week as, the core audience for AEW. We were happy. But 832,000 people tuning in is not good, even with, I know we make all the excuses, and Meltzer will say 800,000 would be like, 1.8 million, in 1992. I don't give a fuck what the excuses are. When you do the comparables, it's not good for business. If they are as badass, as big, as over as they believe they are, 1 million people would tune in. I'll tell you right now, on this channel, Collision got more love than Dynamite. That's all I know. All I can do is report the numbers. You guys can make your opinion. Now we got the Bumblebees. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville taking on Carter and Chance here tonight. I will take your predictions on this match, folks. Who are you taking? Who do you got? As we've seen Chance and Carter once. Back into commercial, which I feel like I'm starting to notice the commercials. So I either feel like they're not giving us enough in between the commercials, or we're getting a lot. It just feels like we're constantly back in commercial. I know, nothing new. Boo-hoo. I know. Ciampa NXT run was nuclear heat, but I loved it. Yes, when Ciampa broke up DIY, like that was something else. And I mean, he was in a small venue, like an absolute small venue where what do you do? Like when he got into the bigger crowds, people lost their mind. But him turning on Gargano the way he did, it was perfect. It's like KO turning on Sammy. And the only thing that fucked that up was he ended up fighting John Cena, which kind of makes everyone like him. Clicked that one already. Logan Paul did put in the work. Years of training it takes to become a professional wrestler. He's an internet influence, nothing more. He should not have gotten what he got at WrestleMania. But here's the thing, Terrence. The man is putting in his time. It's like, would you say the same thing about Pat McAfee? Or does the fact that people like Pat McAfee change that viewpoint? Pat McAfee is just a football guy, a personality at this point, a YouTuber or a fucking host, whatever you want to fucking call him. Pat's that guy. I love Pat. I have no problem with Pat coming in. I know Pat trained really well. As I know Pat has put in his time. I believe it was even spent time with Rip Rogers. Pat, we don't look at like that. But then Logan Paul shows up and he's flying off the turnbuckles. He's landing buckshot lariats. I got to give the man his nod. Yeah, he's probably shagged a lot of people over. Yeah, he's probably a douche. Yeah, a lot of the stories sound terrible. But I don't care. A lot of the wrestlers that we've cheered for over the years behind the scenes were complete douchebags. It is what it is. We know too much about the wrestlers sometimes. But yeah, I mean, his name gives him that clout. It's no different than Bad Bunny. What did Bad Bunny deserve to be in the spots? He got to main event a pay-per-view in his hometown. But he earned it. I mean, he showed up, showed out. So whether you like it or not, if they do that, it's when the celebrities show up and they don't deliver. That's a huge issue. You know, when you have a Shaquille O'Neal match, it's tough. It's tough. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville for the win, Victor says. You know what, Victor? I kind of agree with you tonight. I kind of do. I kind of think that they need it. And the youngsters, I mean, they can lose all they want for now until you push them. Yeah, I'm going to go Chelsea and Sonya. I'll go with that. A pause. Absolutely right. Temple. Where does Temple? What did Temple say? Owens and Zayn versus DIY needs to happen at SummerSlam. It needs to happen. SummerSlam would be lovely. I'll accept Survivor Series. I'll accept Payback. I'll accept anything in between. An actual story arc of Owens and Zayn and DIY could be really, really fun. The match itself, absolutely amazing. What am I watching right now? Okay, so we're flipping through a phone and we're getting different clips. There's Chelsea being a Karen. Charlotte was here. So what are we getting? Anybody know what we're watching on our screen right now? It's like the Chelsea complain cam. Put your women's stable together. Trish, Lacey, Aaliyah, Nikita. Ooh, Matt. Trish, Lacey, Aaliyah, Nikita. That is like... So we're just getting like TikTok clips of Chelsea Green telling everyone. So we're building this whole Karen character even greater. All right. Yeah, that's a bit of a hodgepodge. I don't know about Aaliyah, Nikita. I'm all for it, but yeah, that's a weird stable. Though I wouldn't mind a couple really good female stables, to be 100% honest with you. DIY, do it yourself. How does that work? You both do it. Good question, Larry. Good question. I guess you do it yourself together. Works for me. Carter, chance for the win, says Boston. Boston, if I haven't said hello, hi. Rocco, September 2nd, 2023, is the return of Payback, the start of the end of Roman. Yeah, we're getting, I mean, as you watch this calendar clip away, guys, I mean, we'll see how the next few months progress. I do imagine there will be time where, we don't see Roman. So I'm under the belief, and I think we're under the belief in a lot of cases, that they're going to stretch this out all the way. So, yeah, I mean, Payback's going to be interesting. I'm okay with them. Some people are like, why'd they bring Payback back? I don't care what you call the show. Let's just get to it. Carter, a chance for the win. Fair enough. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? How you doing? Alexis says Chance and Carter for the win as well. Team Karen for the win. Yeah, I'm with you, Curtis. The complaint department versus that and rave. Thought and rave. Now it all makes sense. Give WWE the Bucks and Omega. We need the Usos versus the Bucks match, and Omega versus Rollins versus Cody versus Roman. Joey, you just want it all, like the smorgasbord of, can we get it all in here? Give WWE. I don't know. I've always said that the Bucks. I know people. Oh well, they could have went to WWE, but they took Tony Khan's money and started a company. They're heroes. I believe the Young Bucks never went to WWE because it would expose them. Because if they had to play by the WWE rules, I don't think they're a good promo. I don't think they're good storytellers. Yeah, they'd be fun, but I think they get typecasted like a Ricochet or a lot of the other smaller guys that WWE doesn't really enhance or put over. So I really don't know. Kenny Omega, though, I could see Kenny Omega in the WWE. Because I actually think if this guy's tired of getting bumps and bruises, hates getting hurt, hates getting injured, hates rehab, well, what if you went to a company and you get the AJ Styles treatment where you just kind of cruise your way to, retirement? Could work. Wow. So in a very quick nothing match, Chance and Carter with the win. Thought and Rave. Are you calling Chance and Carter Thought and Rave, by the way? Just dawned on me. Green and DeVille look like Miz and Logan Paul. It's interesting. It's an interesting choice, but I mean, I don't know what the hell's happening. Complaint department's pissed off. Now we're back to the okay. So that was that. So anybody that agreed with me, you were wrong. My bad. Jeez, this chat 101, 2-0. Yeah, officially makes me 101. Damn, Sonya and Chelsea lost. Yeah, I'm shocked. I kind of felt like they need the win. Like, if you're going to show us all these clips of Chelsea being the way she is and being the Karen and getting under people's skin, winning makes her worse. Right? Like, her losing all the time, you're like, okay, so she's a pain in the ass and she sucks. Who cares? Loser. Not to steal from Outcast. But at the end of the day, you guys, I mean, they come out now and they cheat to win, and she's a bitchy Karen. Now you're building on that heat. Now you're building on that vibe. If they keep losing, nobody gives a shit. But the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, is in the house, folks. 2-0, 2-0. All right, Cody. Whoa. Muggin. Kathy Kelly is going to get jumped by Dom. I like that we're doing interviews like in the like they're not going all the way to the ring sometimes. I wish they had the old little platform. People would come out and just do it there. Women's stable, Ronda, Shayna, Sonya Starks. That's got some heat to a temple. Stacked, kind of, but yeah, put all the over the top mean badasses on the same team. Works for me. And I like Starks. I know some people are like, oh, she's not ready. And she just got there. Give it a minute. But I like Starks. I think she's good. I think she has all the ingredients to be a top star in WWE. Wait, what? Wait, what? So are we going to get, we're getting a tag match tonight? A trios match, and Cody gets mystery partners. Woo! Would it be too easy if it was KO and Sammy? Maybe they bring Ciampa, let Ciampa do double duty, and DIY comes out to help Cody. Keep in mind, it was Chelsea's choice to re-sign with WWE. It's everybody's choice, Steve. I know, like, people are funny about this, and they even with Starks. I mean, people choose to be in this company. A lot of talk lately about the Good Brothers, who I do feel bad for, to an extent. But at the end of the day, I mean, you have a choice. They choose to join the company. They want to be there. They want the paycheck. She's happy as a pig in shit. Even if you're there for a small time and then make your bank and run, that's your prerogative. So I agree, Steve.
I was going to say, speaking of prerogative and choice, I was trying to find a way to comment on that.
Well, my choice and my prerogative.
Yeah, you can take your prerogative. So Cage is going to take a pause for the cause right now. I've got a commercial right now going on Monday Night Raw. But absolutely, you can let me know what you're thinking, folks. How are you feeling so far as we're about already the first hour through Monday Night Raw tonight? I think that's what it will be. Why? Sonya and Green predicting. Fair enough. No reason to keep it a secret if it isn't. Why? Oh, John, what up? Terrence, is Sonya and Deonna Purrazzo related? They look so much alike to me. No, not everyone who looks alike is just related, my guy. But I appreciate the reach there. Hopefully it didn't stretch your back out. Sorry, as I take a sip. I miss these interviews in front of the audience like that intelligent businessman, Mean Gene Mean, yes, used to do. 100%. Well, that used to be when the interviewer could actually kind of hold court over the situation versus you get like Tony Schiavone and he's out there and he just kind of just hands the microphone and then is just there. He's just there for namesake more than anything, I feel. Agree. Hey, buddy, how's Big Kev doing tonight? Yes, how's Kevin doing? How's everybody doing tonight? And 100%, if you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We just passed 2K subscribers, and we're still always growing. Big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps. We just passed 2K subscribers on what, under a year and a half right now existing as a channel here. Why? Kind of hate all the backstage stuff. I don't know what we're talking about here. Either Owen and Sammy or Riddle and Ricochet. Well, I at least heard the rumor that Ricochet's advertised for this card, and he's been very vocal about how he hasn't been getting the same push as AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. Well, no fucking shit. Like, sorry. They're the guys you're pushing towards the top of your card. Unfortunately, right now with you, Ricochet, we've still got to at least develop it if we're going to push you there. So it's one of those of no fucking shit. But I've got Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin coming out right now. Is it sad that this is what could be the Hurt Business still right now to this day? Christ, they're all still on the same roster even. And yet we've just got these two separate separate as a team. I apologize. Well, we could be getting them paired up with Bobby Lashley and MVP, but I've got Indus coming up right now. And why does Veer look so goddamn cross-eyed? But so interesting, the team that's booked on Monday Night Raw is wearing nothing but blue, but that's neither here nor there. But I do very much like Jinder as their kind of their mouthpiece, their modern day Maharaja, their manager of somebody who could still go anytime the call is needed in the ring. But Meanwhile, through their entrance, we're getting a replay of them last week. So, again, this is a team that 100% should be on the main roster. It's just sad that they're having to run roughshod through teams that could be doing so much more, especially if we actually split the tag team division. But so give us your prediction if you haven't done so already, if you want to, on whether you're taking Indusher or Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, aka what was the Hurt Business, the artist formerly known as the Hurt Business. As Shelton's already just going right after Sanga, just big running knee. Man, Shelton and Alexander stayed getting their asses kicked. Yeah, just a little bit squash match. Yes, unfortunately. Victor, what up, by the way? Money, you mean the Wyatt family? Why? Or does he mean the Wyatt family? Why? Quick win for Indusher. I would see that, but so far it hasn't been that way. Cody and DIY versus Judgment Day, or Cody and KO and Sammy versus Judgment Day tonight. I think you get the realliance of DIY, and you get Cody comes out, you get Tommaso comes out, and then you get Gargano comes out. You get the biggest babyface pop, I feel, probably for him. It's in Cleveland, Ohio. You get the reuniting of DIY. I think that's where you get your biggest moment from. I get where we could get Sammy and KO, but honestly, at times, even with the bloodline stuff, even with them, if they can use at times moments to where they just kind of breathe for a little bit of, you let it sit on the back burner. You let that sit, simmer for a little bit, not shimmer, simmer. But I have Indusher right now running roughshod over Shelton and Cedric, as Jinder's just looking on. Is he out of the Heyman school of managing? Of he just literally, I don't know if he's moved a muscle, if he's batted an eyelash, if he's raised his heartbeat at all throughout this entire match.
So KO has anger
raising the heartbeat. What?
So KO has anger issues, Nick.
That's where you're at. Why? I got a giant sign for Vic Joseph in the center of Indusher celebrating after their pinfall victory. So yes, I now got KO and Sammy.
KO's gonna explode. They're gonna do Sammy and KO at anger management. I'm calling it.
Are they just gonna hug it out? They're gonna be like Kane and Dana Bryan, if they just need to hug it out.
Yes, no, yes, no.
Why does dude in the red shirt look like discount Aaron Rex there? Why am I blanking on his WWE name?
Sorry, Nick.
You're good. I got bro.
Don't touch me. So Riddle.
Kevin's just biting his fucking knuckles.
Yeah, he's trying to control his temper all night.
But see, again, he's a little bit like Phil of tell me where I'm lying.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, tell me why I'm not biting my fist right now. Everything's getting on my nerves.
Right. Tell me why. Oh, so we're getting Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser. So we're getting Riddle versus Slender Man instead of the bald one here coming up next.
Eichner must be injured. He's got to be injured. He's got to be ailing in some way, shape, or form, because Gunther filled in on the tag team match, and then now we're getting Ludwig again, which we like.
Or are they just building up to the bald man? Are they just building up hype to when he's finally in a match of get that whole moment, you get that whole reaction?
Bro, it's Riddick.
Why?
What? Riddle 420.
Wrestling for Life 420.
There you go, right? Riddle for the win. I'm going Riddle as well as he heads towards Gunther for maybe Money in the Bank.
I think it's got to be at this point of that's especially in 02, that's your money-making match of you do Gunther versus Riddle. You just get Chop City versus Float Over Bros.
Yeah, no, let's go. And I mean, I think it'll be good. I mean, you put an absolute beating on him, Nick.
100%.
Riddle for the win. My bad, bro. It's Riddle. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
He's kayfabe injured. Okay.
Who?
Fabian Eichner.
Oh.
Vinny Vici.
He got the he put too much shine polish on his forehead there.
Right. You know, slipped the head in the never mind. Anyway, moving on. Riddle with a quick win. I don't think it's gonna be that quick, Vance. I don't know. I got the vibes that it might not be.
I could almost see Riddle losing because of dissension, because of distraction, because of disqualification, all of that. He eats, a couple chops there, and all of a sudden we get disqualification.
If Riddle by himself, I see him losing. Okay. Riddle for the win.
Yeah.
Riddle for the win. And yes, it's Riddle versus Gunther at Money in the Bank. Victor letting us know. John's got Riddle as well. I lost any interest in Riddle. Super still character. How do you feel about that?
Is Riddle just MMA Rob Van Dam?
Yeah, he's like the new age Rob Van Dam, right? Same type of guy.
He's the new Ninja Turtle,
right? I just think there was more of an edge to RVD. Like, yeah, he was like, bro, but then he would get good and pissed off.
Does that come with the ECW atmosphere? Yeah. Does that come with he would hit moves like the Van Terminator, the Van Daminator, all of that? Yeah. He would hit moves that you knew when the fuck you hit it, you ain't coming back from that.
Logan Paul, the social media megastar in the house.
Why?
Or maybe not. Maybe it's this.
I've got a tease right now for Cleveland. Why?
He's on the ladder, dude. He's on the ladder. Your next Money in the Bank winner.
Why?
You heard it here first, folks. I've been beating this drum for a while. And, man, Nick, you and I have talked about this a lot where there's a lot of sensibility to him winning this. And I know people hate it, which makes it even better.
Oh, absolutely. He, oddly enough, winning this feels bigger than anybody else right now in the match winning this. As much as it sucks to say, him winning this is a bigger deal than anybody else winning.
He's giving a babyface speech.
See, I've still got him right now cutting a promo on top of the ladder out here.
Yeah.
Is he going to cash in the women's one in the big briefcase? What the fuck are we doing here?
He's saying the best people in the world come from Cleveland.
This is how.
There you go. There you go. Nice. He's like LeBron, Jerry Lawler, me. We're all from Cleveland. Best thing I ever did was leave.
But still, this is how you start the top of your hour is Logan Paul sitting on top of the ladder. Why?
And you introduce him as the social media megastar.
Well, they're not lying. Why?
The Cavs still suck. It's true. They do.
Why? But that's good of you. You sucker him in as he starts off as a babyface in his hometown, and then he just heel turn in your hometown is still always just a little bit of a special talent.
All right, I don't mind. And again, he's good at just being a dude. His promo sounds natural. He's naturally being himself, giving people shit, cutting a promo like he's got a boxing match coming up. It's good.
Right, but even then, it's a prime example of like you're from Toronto, of X amount of people in the chat of like let us know where you're from, and how you would try and cut a promo on if you're there in your hometown, how you're going to cut a promo on your hometown.
Right. We'll get back to that one. Riddle has become CBD, bro.
I'm going to put some respect back on this great city's name. Has Cleveland ever had a good city's name?
So, yeah. Sorry, I got completely thrown off with this. So Logan Paul's talking about cashing in the Money in the Bank. Logan Paul's talking about being in the Money in the Bank. Logan Paul did not Oh, wait. Someone has an objection. Ricochet is here.
No. Don't. He is the one of don't give up his spot for that.
No.
Add Logan Paul into it, and it would still be fine. We had Brock Lesnar to where he sat there and he showed up last minute of all he sat there and froze like a goddamn statue, like a goddamn gargoyle.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting.
What is Ricochet doing here?
So why isn't Logan Paul able to come out here and say, I'm in the Money in the Bank? Like, there's got to be some type of penance, some type of earning this, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's the fuck part is because he's going to come at Ricochet's expense. And that's what I hate. Like, there's other people in that match. He beats Butch, and that's his win. I'm sorry, Butch. I'm sorry, Pete Dunne.
No, I mean,
I'd rather see that than him taking Ricochet's spot.
Mm-hmm. I think they just add a person. Don't take a spot away.
Please.
7. I can live with 7. It's a lot, but we're okay.
Yeah, 7-Up's the great soda, 100%.
Right. Lucky number 7. This is a big question. Where's our truth? Listen, we may never see that man. Oh, Shinsuke's here. Shinsuke Nakamura in the house. Wow.
Ricochet saying how he'll walk out, Mr. Money in the Bank, and now I got Nakamura.
Okay,
I can't.
Nakamura is actually cutting a promo. Is this really a done deal? Logan Paul in the Money in the Bank?
This would be your dream come true. This would be your prediction. Fait accompli.
LA Knight.
Yeah.
On Raw.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You don't care, I care.
Yeah. Let me talk to you. I love it. Let's go.
I'm just getting LA Knight coming out right now. I swear to God, I tried to keep up with you, but fucking Canadian superpowers.
Right. I just got Logan Paul now talking. I think you're right there.
Let me talk to you. That's where I'm at. I see Ricochet. I see you, 2 guys who are useless as basketball cleats. I see a guy who makes videos for 14-year-old girls. Yeah.
It's so rockish here, though.
But see,
listen to the
I've heard him talk about this. It wasn't planned. It wasn't. It's one of those literally, it's just what happened.
Sorry, Nick. We got more people. Santos Escobar is here. And where the crowd just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I feel like somebody in this ring shouldn't be here tonight. At least one. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like we got...
But who?
Right? Like, there's SmackDown talent here. Right? We just saw LA lose to Escobar, which I hate. But LA Knight walks out. The crowd's right with him. He's supposed to be a heel. And, poor LA. It's not my favorite. The guy, LA Knight, and the crowd eats out of his hands.
Yeah, but still, what if instead of the 6 men competing for the championship or competing for the briefcase, we get 7 if we're not going to get 8?
This brand split is bullshit. I'm caving. I can't defend it.
I done told you. And
now
speaking of done, I got Pete Dunne. I got Butch coming out right now.
Right? Dunner is laying into Logan. Logan Paul, let's get it.
Yeah, so this is going to be 7-man instead of 6 man. 7. So see, Corey Graves even saying 7 work classes. So I guess
Logan up and over.
Adam Pearce hasn't been out here to make it official, but I guess Logan Paul's just adding himself into this match. So you might be spot on with your prediction.
It just walked into it. I don't love that. But and this whole him pulling out a prime every 10 seconds is bothering the fuck out of me a little.
Fucking David Blaine. I don't know where he keeps them anymore. Literally, and they're like it's signature to the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he does the Triple H spit in the air.
Brand split my ass. Yeah, it's getting right. Tough. So Logan Paul just shows up and says, "I'm taking it," and everyone's like, "All right, I guess he's in the match." Everyone else had to fight,
and they're like, "You can have that." Then he won on that.
Right? He couldn't beat somebody. You couldn't give him fucking Otis or somebody fucking nonsensical that he could just kind of fuck up and leave.
Right, but still though, like Joe even says, but Logan doesn't belong. But he's gonna get fucking eyes and attention. Hey, guess what? You want to drop pay-per-view eyes? You want to drop pay-per-view attention? Guess who's gonna be fucking prominent in a match that's the main feature on your pay-per-view?
Yeah, no, and I mean when he wins the Money in the Bank, because I said he was going to win the Money in the Bank, and I cannot back down from that. People are going to be so fucking mad, and they're supposed to be. And listen, if you want to say Vince is still involved,
you can't pick against them.
Right? It's hard. It's hard not to. And I think he's going to win it. And then every interview, every show, everything he does, he carries that Money in the Bank with him. Like, okay, you want to bring your prime on our show? You're bringing the Money in the Bank everywhere the fuck you go for the next 10 months, 11 months. That's how I would do it.
Oh, absolutely. Every bit of little clicks, that's the thing is this is how you make that briefcase go back to feeling relevant. It's going to be in every little TikTok video. It's going to be in every little fucking Twitter, everything. That's WWE's now version of the social media championship or the digital media to copyright off of Impact. Yeah. We're just going to have that on everything now.
Yeah, I kind of got that feel. Like, I kind of think it's going to be... I'm going to just mute that. Going to be a little bit interesting. I really think that's the dynamic here. I think the corporate giant that is WWE wants this. Now, if I was to write it, to be honest, now it does garner a little more heat this way, I suppose. But I would have put him in some, okay, you want this? You want a chance at it? Beat somebody. Give him a squash match. Give him an easy match that he pulls the trunks and we go home. That's what I would have done. But Riddle is wearing, wow, he's not wearing shorts anymore. The fuck? He's not wearing shorts at all. Riddle coming out, folks. We will take your prediction. Do you got Ludwig? Do you got Riddle? Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? Right now it's 50-50 between Ludwig and no contest between two voters on the channel. I will take this moment to remind everybody we are rolling through Raw right now, an hour and a half into stream, less than 2 hours into the show, and we got lots more action coming your way. My man's just having a fucking domestic.
Sorry, technical difficulties. So I apologize. I didn't know if anybody could actually hear that. If it's one of those, when sometimes when you get too excited, you end up throwing hands around, especially when you're Italian. You move with your hands, you talk with your hands, the things get smacked around.
I was half tempted because you were muted to just start adding commentary to what you were doing. Like
you're 100%.
Your inner thoughts out loud.
I would have 100% accepted it because speaking of which, I've got Matt Riddle come out here in his fucking Cabana Boy outfit.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jungle Boy ain't got shit on Matt Riddle.
Right, I'll show you, Jungle Boy.
I'll show you my Jungle and Boys. What?
Well, we have heard about the Vine, but anyway, moving on. He is
the trunk of the elephant there.
The trunk of the elephant, the helicopter, whatever you want to call it. Brian Alvarez is his new favorite wrestler. If the shoe fits, bud.
I could make a lot of jokes after that. Go ahead. Sorry.
Advantage Santos Escobar. Okay, you might have to elaborate on that, Richard.
Right.
Logan Paul was not in that movie. Tom Cruise did a great job, and we all knew it or know it. What? Are we talking
Mission
about
Impossible? What?
Right? Is that where we're going with this?
Wait. Jason Biggs, American Pie? Like, where the fuck are we going here with this?
Bro got ups. Yeah, listen, Logan. That's to me what the X factor of Logan Paul is, right? He comes in, he gets in a bit of a scuffle, sells that he's getting beat up. Then eventually, that was a beautiful dive over the top rope. You know, the guy's up, over. He's doing it. He's not half-assing it. It doesn't look like shit. It looks like he's a talented athlete. And love him or hate him, which I prefer to hate him, it's money in the bank.
He is an athlete through and through. It's just literally everything outside of WWE of why you can't help but despise him. He's a douchebag.
Yeah, it really is. It's unfortunate for him. We are in another commercial break, Nick, as we roll through here.
Right.
Decent start to the night. Some ups, some downs, but the pace to the night makes me feel good. As far as we're not lagging, even the stuff that's not great didn't lag.
No, it's everything has moved at a good clip throughout all of this. So even though we've had our commercial breaks thrown in and everything like that as we are in right now, but everything still moved at a decent clip. There's nothing that's dragged out long enough so you can just think of like, oh fuck, this is still. I got 2 more hours of this. None of that. No.
And now, wait. Actually, John has a good point here, and we missed this, I think. Mm-hmm. Knight and Priest and EO are the odds-on favorite. Priest wasn't in that last segment, was he?
With Finn, no.
No, the last one with the ladder. With everybody came out. We even had SmackDown talent show up, but Priest, who we already saw tonight, instead of doing that bullshit promo you did with him, just have him come out here. Why wasn't he beating people up? He's in the ladder.
Because we can't do quadruple duty. We can only do double duty.
Yeah, apparently. Weird.
Well, I mean, I halfway get it of I don't want to see. The more times you see somebody like that on camera and everything, the more times you see them show up on your screen and everything, the more it's the law of diminishing returns. If I'm going to see him come out and he's going to just show up and he's just throwing some hands for a little bit of cool, that does nothing to elevate him. That does nothing but diminish him. So if we're going to protect some people, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's where if I was putting the show together, that kind of opening promo they did as Judgment Day where they all came out and took a turn to talk and it went.
Oh, you scrapped that initially.
Scrap that and put them in this angle somehow. At least have them beating up one of the baby faces or something.
Well, you could even do the Judgment Day promo, but you don't have Finn talk because Finn just did all his talking just going after Seth the whole time. So there's multiple misses across multiple ways there, I feel.
Yeah, but with that being said, hopefully this is not a miss. We got Ludwig and Gunther coming out to the ring right now. Still one of my favorite entrances.
That entrance with all the ladders is still it's always impressive. Right? Yeah, no Giovanni, no Eichner, no none of that. So is he actually shoot kayfabe or otherwise injured here? Did he get too much of a sunburn on his bald head? He can't show up.
He's kayfabe injured, according to Victor. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like, generally, they kind of limp out and we kind of forget that they were hurt a couple days later, kind of thing.
All he's got to do is do this. Like, he's got to literally just put his arms behind his back. Like,
right?
Can he not do this? Like,
he doesn't even do the
can't do this, then you certainly can't wrestle.
If there's a step down from Tighty Whitey's, Riddle has found it. Yeah, he's one step away from the song.
What?
Say one step away from a thong. Be out here in a banana
I
hammock.
just call it a banana hammock at this point.
Yeah. Fucking give the legs back to that man's shorts, please.
Actually act like he used to be a fucking MMA fighter or something. Give him the MMA trunks at least.
Jungle who? Riddle why? Repeat. Jungle who?
Why does Kaiser have like the outfit of the ears? Like, I don't like this man's. He doesn't have cauliflower ear, but his shit just sticks out there like satellites.
Right? He's got stretched ear.
Right.
I miss Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw. Terrence, I'm curious.
You're the only one.
No, that's not true. I've been watching a lot of like old wrestling shit lately, and I really, really think that we miss a presence like Vince
Are
McMahon.
you praising What a Maneuver right now?
Am I what?
That's all I can remember from Vince McMahon commentary is, oh, what a maneuver.
What a maneuver. No, Vince on commentary to me wasn't great, but he was intense. He was into it. He really gave a shit. And the times, like when DX started to fuck with him and that, he was legitimately pissed off, which was fun. No, I just mean it like him on Raw as a presence, as a not writing, not in the creative, but just somebody like him.
You miss the Vince McMahon character.
Yeah,
that's everybody. Christ, you miss Stone Cold, you miss The Rock, you miss all. Right, it's one of those of missing the Vince McMahon character is one thing, but no, he's good now.
Remember, folks, we will take a prediction on Matt Riddle and Kaiser, who have kicked it off. They're going back and forth right now. I'm sticking with LA Knight winning the briefcase, says Keyshawn. Nick?
I have to. I can't. I went there all along and everything, and you just like how if you went there all along with Logan Paul, like I can't take that away from you. I can't piggyback on that, so I got to respectfully you took Logan Paul, so you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Right.
I'll take LA Knight to win it.
Yeah, it's possible. It really is. But I wish they would just give in. Like, I don't get the stubbornness about, and we think he's a heel. I don't give a fuck what you think.
All this man had to do was show up, and just now all of a sudden there's 7 people involved instead of 6.
Yeah, right.
So if I just show up on a Monday Night Raw and just be like, I'm in the Money in the Bank briefcase match.
Yeah,
just do it until they throw me out of the ring. Like, am I just in now? What?
Yeah, you think people were annoyed about the whole Brock Cody situation? This is going to bug the fuck right out of them.
Where's the story? Well, you saw people with even collision. Where's the story? I don't know. Counterfeit bucks and everything don't tell you the fucking story.
That's a good one. And we can talk about that too. That was pretty. But with Logan Paul just coming in and showing up and saying, I'm going to do this, does that add to the heat? Does that add to the problem?
Yes. And also, I'm in commercial break. I don't know about you.
Yes.
But yes, it does 100% of it. Does nothing. And it adds draw. It adds suspense. It adds. No one was really thinking that anyone in this Money in the Bank briefcase match up until then was a legitimate world title contender threat or anything like that. They were paying more attention to that's why they added the IC belt challenge, the US belt challenge, and everything. Now you add Logan Paul here. Of course, if Logan Paul wins, he's going to sit there and just aggravate and agitate Seth Rollins the whole time.
Right. I guess TK isn't going to announce any matches for Collision until Wednesday. Apparently not. I mean, he might, he gets itchy. He might announce something on a Tuesday. There's nothing that I know of that's definitely.
No, he's got to do an announcement to announce that he's doing an announcement for the announcement, about the announcement, when he does the announcement, for the announcement, for a Collision.
Yeah, no, we'll wait and see. I mean, that's the interesting part. Man down. Nick quit. All right, folks. No, it's an interesting part for me is He's fucking around. Oh, there he is.
No, I was getting there. I was like, don't hit fucking technology, folks. I literally put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable and just fucking ghosted myself.
Right? Poof, he gone.
Right.
The interesting thing right now, right, is the war between AEW fans. And I don't care if they want to hear it or not. As an AEW fan, it's become so toxic. And the infighting and the I hate this and I don't like that and the boo-hoos and it's horrible. It's horrible for this company. Great entertaining TV, but horrible for this company. And if they don't find a way to kind of everything's being questioned now. Well, the ratings aren't great because it's Saturday, or this happened on Wednesday, so it's not fair. Two Wednesdays in a row, they've upped their game. Which who does that benefit? Benefits us, the fans, because now we're getting. If they're going to put more effort into Dynamite to be better, great. And Collision keeps showing up the way it did this Saturday, great. We're good. Better wrestling.
But the biggest issue, and I guess the thing that at times people are talking about, is it shouldn't take someone like CM Punk coming back to fucking light a fire under Dynamite's ass. It should take the fact that they've been tanking in ratings, that they've been tanking in ticket sales, that the company it does fantastic in Wembley because no one in the UK has gotten an AEW show outside of this, and it's built to be a big event. But everything else is tanking with that. It shouldn't take Phil showing up for that to be the catalyst to let's actually act like we want to make some fucking money here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you pick if you don't pick the best horse in the stable, you lose the race. And that's what I think Dynamite's been a lot of we're going to march Jericho out there again, or we're going to march the Bucks out there again in some trios chaos match, and we're going to do the same things. And
well, hold on, because with you saying that, there's picking a horse in the stable, and then there's picking, the fucking donkey in the burrow there, Don Quixote out there and everything. That's 100% what Tony's been fucking strapping his saddle to is fucking Don Quixote out there.
Right.
Versus actually out there, trying to line up with them Clydesdales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing. I'm all for people hating each other's company and not like, oh, I don't like your show, you don't like my show, fine. But the infighting within the company is crazy to me. Like the AEW fan base is like screaming and killing each other, and the WWE fan base, though not happy about everything, are just chugging along, watching really good show after really good show, really good pay-per-view. It's kind of a nice consistency right now to WWE.
We both grew up as back body drop onto the knees from Riddle onto Ludwig. Right. We both grew up in the Monday Night Wars era, that whole era, to where you literally had, if not two, at least three prominent pro wrestling promotions that were all going at each other.
Right.
And it's one of those at this point of, I feel like they'd rather just wait in it of just nothing matters anymore. Of there's no back and forth, there's no actual trying to be competitive. Of two count. Sorry,
2 count. Yeah. Pete, welcome. When WWE going to make their superstars outside of WWE so they don't have to bring in celebs to sell PLEs? I don't think they have to bring in celebs. I do think you got guys like Seth and Roman, and we're starting to see, well, it was Sasha, but now she's gone. But they don't have to. I think someone said like the same thing about the WWE superstars going down to NXT. It's desperate, or it's things they have to do. They're not bringing in Logan Paul because they have to. They're bringing in Logan Paul because they believe it enhances the product.
Right.
That's my take.
They're making money hand over fist at this point. There's no forcing their hand. You're telling me right now that if Roman Reigns on any premium live event is not a box office draw, then you don't watch professional wrestling.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, if they weren't selling tickets and they brought in Logan Paul, then yeah, we're like, fuck, okay, bring him in. But they're selling out with or without him. That's just the way it is. It's like Brock. Like, yeah, Brock's a huge draw, but they're going to sell all the tickets they need to sell to Rumble or whatever else. We've seen it all year. Oh, shit.
Oh, they're on like a 6-month tear Oh, that was a
Bro,
back
there.
elbow drop into a German suplex.
Oh, you're there. I got a winner. After the big
You
bro,
would.
Derek.
I just got there. 1, 2, 3. Matt Riddle picks up the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Gunther taking licks from Riddle. Oh shit. Gunther's rude.
Why?
That's mean.
I've got him right now just eating kicks from Riddle. Catch them.
Oh wow. Dun, dun, dun. Where are we going with this? No, because Priest is going to be in a trios match. Oh, touche. I'll give you that, but he could have cut a little promo. But yeah, no, Victor, that's a valid point. My oversight on that one. Fight fans are completely wrong. Okay, I agree. BJ,
as opposed to you, who's completely wrong.
I think you passed me. I think they're beating.
I've got Kaiser right now holding up Riddle and Gunther just stomping on his ankle here.
Yeah, now they're giving him a weakness. The babyface has a weakness already going against perceivably.
Well, with his intellect, I think that was already a weakness.
That's it. Now they're giving him a physical weakness in addition.
A physical and a mental weakness. So this man's just completely fucking handicapped here.
Couple puffs, he won't feel no pain. He's good.
Right, exactly. All them vitamins, you good. You straight that. You can walk it off.
Riddle looks like the alcoholic aunt. Well, Riddle looks like the alcoholic aunt who tries to
do something strange for a little piece of change.
We all got.
You can have that. That ain't even what I'm.
It's true though. Shit. Agreed. Boston Riddle at very least should required to tape his ankles and kick pads or something. Why?
This is so weird to me, and I don't know how you feel about this. So, yeah, if he's out there and he's wrestling in barefoot,
it's just different. I don't give a fuck.
One says a fuck when Solo does it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the argument's going to be that I think Solo does tape his ankles, but I mean,
that's just maybe because he has weak ankles.
I mean, why? I mean, it's to his detriment, as we just saw. They stomped the shit out of his foot. I put shoes on. You're going to fight Gunther barefoot? Shit.
You're fighting somebody and you out there barefoot. Every fucking other move I'm doing is stomping on your goddamn foot. I'm gonna break your goddamn toe before I break your face.
Right. Riddle at the very least got that one. If Hook signs with the WWE, could you see him being part of a Logan Paul entourage? Definitely looks like one of those modern social media types. No. It's a yin and a yang. I mean, I think he's going to go to NXT for a moment before anything.
Bloodline. If we're doing non-Samoan bloodline.
They're going to throw Hook in the bloodline?
Hook and Solo as a fucking tag team?
Okay.
Just shut up and just tap out.
Okay.
You're either going to get spiked in the face or you're going to get cut to Hajime.
Right. Terrence asks if Christian is on AEW. Yeah, he still is. He just he's acting like he won the title, the TNT title, which Luchasaurus. If you guys
he does a good job of managing Lucha Kane.
Yeah, he's become a manager.
Mm-hmm.
No reunion. LOL a gamer. Joe Giovanni was an awesome diva. Joy.
Who and the Rudy Boo.
They just showed him being injured by Riddle in the ankle lock. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Best ankle lock, Kurt Angle or Ken Shamrock?
Angle.
Really?
Angle was a beast, man. Like Shamrock, but best ankle lock. I don't know. Now you got me thinking because I can see.
I always believe Shamrock because I feel like Shamrock would actually snap your motherfucking shit.
Right, actually, too, right?
He'll do it to where like it hurts, but you're not gonna you can walk afterwards. Shamrock will cripple you.
But just playing.
This man's
Oh, bro, it's like, did you break another window? Did you break another ankle?
Right.
Uh,
Man's got a trophy case that just sucks from people that he tapped out with ankle up.
right. I like that. Seth freaking Rollins going to be on the Pat McAfee show, by the way.
I like that.
Just Riddle limping. Not great.
I've just got crowd shots right now.
I don't know what that's funny shit.
Why?
Riddle started
top of the line medical staff, and the most they got is 2 dudes to just fucking help him walk backstage.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm all for it.
As we've got Gunther and Ludwig backstage right now with Sammy and KO.
That's Edge's facing Judgment Day again. Maybe one day, Richard.
One day more.
I will say that. I will say this so far has been a damn good Raw. I like it. I'm happy. I'm content. I like the pace.
It's been good as a week. You have to remember it's a weekly TV show. It's been great as that.
Oh, I think we just got the answer. Who's helping Cody?
Oh,
I think we just got the answer. Who's helping Cody?
Why though?
Why? With our emotions.
Let that shit breathe though. Like,
let what breathe?
Let Sammy and KO fucking breathe. Like, they don't need to be every week, every fucking segment fucking right in front of your face. Let it fucking breathe for a little bit. When you forget about them for a fucking week, it feels a bit bigger.
I don't think they've been overused. I don't think there's any type of dulling on it. I think they're the tag team champions. I think
you'd rather see them versus DIY.
Yeah, but we don't even know if that's in the cards or what the plan is. Just because you got it in your head that like
I will make it DIY,
so. Right? You're like, I want DIY. I mean,
do it now. Yeah, do it. Listen to me.
I honestly would hope that like if that was bullshit, Nick, like that was just to make us say what I just said. Of like, oh, I guess we know. It'd be nice if that was bullshit.
Fair enough. But I've got Alpha Academy coming out right now looking like literally like the American Gladiators. Maxine Dupuis out here looking like she's like her name's gonna be like Thunderbolt on the American Gladiators. You gotta climb, you gotta get her past her with the fucking tennis ball like shotgun.
Listen, I gotta say something real quick, Nick. And
go ahead.
I think they might have hit something pretty good here, as they've turned Shorty G into coach, and this might work. Like it's the next level. What do you do with these guys? This might be all right, and I hate like part of me cringes saying it, but Shorty G doing all right.
It's in vain of. And I know it's still a deviation from, but it's in vain of America's Greatest Tag Team, Kurt Angle out there with the little cowboy hats with Stone Cold Steve Austin, a little bit of, and to me, it's still in that vein of, it's still, Rock, Flag, and Eagle, but it's so fucking corny that you kind of can't help but laugh at it.
Right. No, absolutely. I think you're spot on there. We got the Viking Raiders coming out to the ring now. I'm not even sure who they're fighting. But
they're taking on Sheerish.
That makes sense. That's why they just showed them. Okay, gotcha.
All
right. So Alpha Academy and the Vikings with Valhalla. Of course, last week Valhalla got dumped on her ass by Maxine, who's growing on everybody pretty quick.
Well, like I said, she's out there looking like, Starcracker out of like, the American Gladiators. If she's out there, you got to climb the aggro crack to fucking.
It's my favorite shit. Nitro.
Turbo, right, Nitro.
Starcracker.
You're telling me, especially as kids of our generation, that Alpha Academy does it right now look like if you took American Gladiators and took like the extras,
Put them in the
like
dryer.
the guys who weren't quite the Gladiators, but were there as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
That's them.
Before you can call Logan Paul a good wrestler, he's got to do what Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, etc., do on a weekly basis rather than a huge match. Not true. Again, you have every right to. There are exceptions to the rules. If Logan Paul is going to, be a serious wrestler that you give titles to, yeah, we'd like to see him in there. I even want him to qualify for the Money in the Bank, to be honest. But at the end of the day, if he's a spectacle, if he comes in for big shots, it is what it is.
See, I dislike that comment just on principle because, in the sense of Undertaker doesn't do what any of those guys do. Would you say the Undertaker isn't a good professional wrestler? Roman Reigns doesn't do what any of those guys do. Would you say Roman Reigns is a good professional wrestler? Like to sit there and fucking pigeonhole people because they have to be like somebody else to say that they're a good professional wrestler is detrimental not only to your opinion, but to what you view as professional wrestling.
Big tag to big pop for the tag to Otis. But yeah, you're not wrong, Nick, as far as again, it's hit and miss. Like there's exceptions to rules and it's all how you do it, right? Like you bring in Snoop Dogg for a guest spot and put him in a match and it looks terrible. Well, that's probably not a good choice. But you got a guy who legitimately shows up and, when he does show up, he's flying off the ropes. He's flying over the ropes. Then you go, okay, we understand, right? Yeah, he's not going to go have a huge run here, but maybe one day he does. But as long as they show up and show out, that's all that matters.
Well, it's the diversity in professional wrestling. Like Daniel Bryan's a fantastic professional wrestler. He's arguably the GOAT of professional wrestling. He does not do what anybody that was named in that list does when it comes to pro wrestling.
Right.
You have to create your own avenue of professional wrestling. Can go many different ways.
0-4. Yeah, Money, you've been on a roll. The Brian Myers of the chat.
Why?
Where's KO and Sammy? KO and Sammy were just arguing with Ludwig. KO's having anger problems, and they just received a text where they said they got to go. They did a belt bump, and they were off. So the assumption, or I guess what they want us to think, is that we are getting KO and Sammy to be the mystery partners for Cody against the Judgment Day in the main event tonight. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I think it's a bit of I'm hoping like they went, oh, we just got the message that the lasagna's ready at catering.
I was gonna say, could you see it as a bait and switch of oh, we got a message and everybody jumps the horse there and oh, it's gonna be this, and then when it's not that. Yeah.
Even better. You know what? Hit KO's music at the pop. Hit Sammy's music at the pop. Right? Imperium jump them, and then you give us the DIY pop. We're just popping all the way home.
Just popping all the things. But I've got Gable and Ivar. Oh, big clothesline over the top rope here. Shoosh. Speaking of shoosh, KJ's gonna shoosh as he takes a little pause for the cause here right now. KJ said shoulder, that was a kick. Well, at least Corey's right, 98, 95% of the time here. As I've got Gable with a giant moonsault on the outside here. But if you haven't done so already, folks, give us your prediction for this chat or for this match. And if you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody then as you know, because we're covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Christ, after this past weekend, and we had Jey Uso with the super kick to Roman. We had CM Punk return. I think we just kind of naturally had to take a little bit of a pause for cause here. I need to catch my wind about me here. So 100% we are covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. I'm going to dive in headbutt replay. Oh, we're setting up. We've got Maxine and Valhalla. Maxine actually hit a suplex. And I don't know how I feel because on one hand, it's like, holy shit, she actually managed a professional wrestler to hit professional wrestling moves. What? As the Viking Raiders pick up a win and they steal it off. Well, I'm all sorts of confused. Oh, I'm not a fan of the Hot Topic Raiders. I don't know what they're doing here. Just make it make sense. And not only on top of that, if we've got the whole rumors that the maximum male models might be, rest in peace here. But we've still got Maxine out here paired up with Alpha Academy of they're muddying up a tag team division that they don't need to muddy up here, folks. But I've got Tom cutting a promo backstage with the Judgment AY. Valdez has spoken, but a hurting on the AMC paper. Why? Rana was once a comer and go superstar. She went full time. Okie dokie. I don't think Rana was ever an actual up and comer. I think she used her celebrity to be a quote unquote up and comer. As I've got Rhea walking through the curtain right now, and even though I'm sitting there halfway hesitating, I'm like, do I go with her? Like, motherfucker, like, she is the star right now. She is the star on Monday Night Raw. She is what you tune into for Monday Night Raw. She's what you pay attention to. Outside of Seth Rollins with his open challenge of they've built it up, and I'll give them credit for that. Of you don't need an open challenge, you don't need any advertisement, anything. When you tune into Monday Night Raw, you're getting Rhea Ripley, and you need to pay the fuck attention. Larry, well, I guess you're on the same view that KJ is there with taking a pause for the cause. No, 4-1, 0-1-5, says C Money. Huge pop for Maxine. They're getting that over. Yeah, well, when you're expected to not be able to do anything, when you do something, people are going to fucking clap. But we're getting Rhea versus Natty in a non-title match coming up next. And now, give me a prediction for this, and B, if Natty picks up the win, why do we have the challenger pick up a win in a non-title match and then they have to go and face for the title? I get the reasoning behind a non-title defense, but at the same time, if you're going to beat the champion, you should be the champion. But Gable reminds me of a young Kurt Angle. Absolutely, absolutely. That's 100% why he should have been pushed for a hot minute here, as I'm in commercial break right now. On Monday Night Raw, we're about 15 minutes away from hitting the 2-hour mark on Monday Night Raw, and it's moved at a good clip. There hasn't been really much to really critique negatively when it comes to Monday Night Raw, I would say. Victor saying 3-2, Boston saying 5-0. I still challenge that. C Money is saying I like to finish. Kenny, what up? Seth Rollins on Pat's show. He needs to go on Jimmy Fallon show and not Pat's show. Pat is the loser. I challenge that greatly because I'm a big fan of Pat. I think Pat's been involved with the company. Pat's grown his whole empire. But anyways, I know him and meet him. He is a washed up Michael Cole, bad at everything, even sports in WWE. Kenny, well, I guess you can have that. I can agree to disagree because I'm a honest to God fan of Pat McAfee. I think anybody that's been here for a hot minute can kind of tell where I've taken my influence from a little bit. But you're not wrong if we actually got Seth on Jimmy Fallon because we've got Roman plenty of times on there. And it obviously holds its pomp and circumstance. It carries its weight when you have somebody that's on a big time late night talk show like that. But I think that shows more to what Roman is, what Roman's carrying around. I mean, I'm still telling you, I want them 3 titles all lit up as my Christmas tree. I want that on my desk, something at least. I wouldn't mind Seth being on there, but what is he going to talk about? Like, That's the thing is Roman can still, he's got the whole bloodline to talk about. He's got everything with Heyman. He's got everything to talk about. What's Seth going to talk about? Is he going to talk about the open challenges? He's going to big up the title of, I mean, that wouldn't be bad, but you got to make it work. You can't just throw that out there and expect it to happen. The artist, what up? Because apparently we're just getting Nick. What? Faxy money. What? Of course, I'm doing terrible at missing all the comments, but I will remind everybody, by the way, as we are on commercial break, I will remind you, we do have the super chats, the super stickers, all of that. If you want to make sure you get your point across, if you want to make sure we read your comment, or if you just want to help support the channel, but absolutely. Yeah, Kevin, why? And Spears Rhea, the match is tossed out. Richard, I'm almost waiting for the day you actually somehow get right with one of these, because it would be the wildest prediction and we'd all have to eat a bit of crow here, but still at the same time, I don't see that happening at all. Jordan saying, I love Finn Balor and Seth Rollins promo battle. I love the way Finn Balor beating up Seth Rollins. Well, it was nice to see that Finn actually had some edge and had some attitude to him after last week, to where they were, talking about how the entire, crowd just talked over him. They wanted him to death and everything. So to see him just say, oh, fuck it, fine, I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to kick your ass, I like that. Mea culpa. James saying WWE need to have more superstars go into Pat's studio. I think he will get the best out of superstars because he understands the business a little bit. Well, I mean, look at it. The whole Adam Cole feud between him and Pat started because of him being on Pat's show. Two of the best interviews, I would say, on Pat's show were him interviewing Vince, which was still surreal a little bit, and him interviewing Brock. So I think there's that good potential of they can still work enough kayfabe that, Pat's going to get it and everything like that. Obviously, he still is a bit in the business and everything. He can still work kayfabe a bit, versus they can still peel back the layers a little bit. But I've got Natty interviewed backstage. So give me your predictions, folks. Who you taking? Whether you're taking Rhea or whether you're taking Natty in a non-title offense. I think that's clearly goes to Rhea easily. The world title isn't as much as we call it the second tier title as we think. I'd rather be a world heavyweight champion rather than the WWE Galactic champion or whatever it is. You don't want to be undisputed. You don't want to, well, if it's undisputed, what's all the fighting about? No, it comes down to, weirdly enough, lineage, and it's so weird when it goes. WWE championships at times get so weird because you get weirdly into lineage and all of that. But anyways, I've got Natty coming out right now as Rhea jumps her. So again, let me know who you're taking, whether you're taking Rhea or whether you're taking Natty, and why are you taking Natty? Artist saying, I need Natty to win. Come on, Nat. Yeah, I hate to say this. I think you might be thoroughly disappointed, my sir, here. Oh, great. Here comes Crazy Cat Lady with The Simpsons. I take Crazy Cat Lady from The Simpsons. Speaking of Crazy Cat Lady from Canada. You walked into that, unfortunately. Listen, you can't even judge because I do that on a daily basis.
No, Natty's in the ring and she's getting her ass kicked. So I'm curious. They keep playing up this like I don't even know who I am anymore, and we don't know who she is. We barely recognize her.
Who? What? Who recognizing? What?
Natty, buddy. Natty.
Oh, flotation.
Oh wait, the other refs are here.
In case of a mommy, please, locate your nearest flotation device. Unfortunately, it's called Natalya Neidhart.
Right. Money in the Bank needs 8th man of the match. Ooh, juicy.
The security is literally coming out here and saying you whooped her ass too much.
Match didn't
And
even get
she's straight
started.
away security.
Match didn't even get started. So is this going to be? We're going to see Natty on the shelf for a little bit. Maybe come back, revamped, new face. I mean, new gimmick.
Yeah, she'll come out with new Bret Hart music.
What are you wearing? But yeah, Raquel giving dirty looks to the champion.
I don't mind Raquel, but I'd like to see Raquel versus Rhea. I think Raquel beats Trish for Money in the Bank qualifier.
I got Trish. I'm going homegrown.
Blame Canada.
Right.
Blame Canada.
Pat's interview with Brock was hands down the most anyone has gotten out of Brock in that kind of setting. Very true. Pat opens him up, right? Just shooting shit.
I've rewatched that and it might just because the man breaks the table and throws the headphones up into the rafters and everything. But yeah, that's the most you've heard Brock talk about anything ever.
Dude, we get some foreshadowing of Raquel and Rhea, a bit of a stare down, bit of an exchange between the ladies. So that possibility is on the table.
I'm here for it.
What is this outfit she's in? Her ring gear is very yellow and red, and she even got a big buckle. Like
when it comes flexing down and it hurts inside.
Right? Like very much.
I gotta flex my back.
She's one step away from fucking Raquel ASH.
No, she's one step away from what Brutus the Barber Beefcake when he was out there with the fucking mask and everything.
If they just shave the middle of her hair, she can start saying, "Brother, we're good to go."
I saw people saying that him and MJF were the same age when they won the championship, and it's like,
wait, no.
Like Stevie Wonder knows that that's not right. Like, what the fuck do you want about?
Back with dinner, big bowl of Irish stew.
When it comes flexing down and it hurts inside. Dun, 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 da, 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 da.
Larry just made me put shepherd's pie on my things to eat list. I make a motherfucker of a shepherd's pie. So shout out Larry. Take it.
Fucking Shrek.
Natalya should have been in AEW so she could be in the Owen Hart tournament.
No, stop doing that, please. Can we please stop doing that? As that is the fucking ball safe. That is the. This is how you make a WWE superstar fucking good again. Is you throw them in AEW. That doesn't fucking work. We've seen that enough that it doesn't fucking work. Please stop doing that.
I don't think that's what Victor was saying, but
I don't care. I just need to say it, okay?
I had to get it off my chest.
Doing that. I'm like, well, they can't make it in WWE. They need to go to AEW. No, they fucking don't.
You're right.
AEW can't make AEW work. Why the fuck do they need to add more people?
All right. They're fucking up the ones they got. No.
Right.
I'm looking at it as the Undisputed Championship for the brand, always looking for ways to not be annoyed. LOL. Yeah, I agree. I'm always looking for ways not to be annoyed.
I don't know. I think, Boston, I think you're looking for ways to annoy us while not being annoyed. I'm not hard to fucking trigger, apparently.
Yeah, no shit. You just yelled at Victor.
You can have that. Not even one of them.
Edge versus Finn at WWE Money in the Bank. Dude, Edge is not coming, Richard.
No.
Not here, anyway. What the fuck? ...
Yes.
You're going to have to be more specific, Mr. Artist.
Right.
Natalya. Natalya hurt. Artist is not happy at all.
I don't know what we do. That's the thing is, literally, I don't even know what you're mad at. You can have that.
Can't take an L if the match never started. Woo woo. Yeah, nobody takes a L on that one, guys. And if you pick Natalya, I mean, it was a sure shot, even if the match did start.
How fucking sad though is that? That like, well, I didn't take a loss because the bell never rang.
Right. I just got my ass whooped until they were like, come get her.
Right. I got my ass whooped before the bell, not after the bell. What?
Natty got to be tired of jobbing. Yeah, maybe, but she's also got to just be happy she has a job. So listen, she's a Hall of Famer. She's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
She calls herself the Pope. Like,
does she?
Yes.
And what
is there to argue with about that? If you call yourself the Pope,
I thought you said the Pope. I was like, what the fuck?
In nomine Patre, Filea, Spiritus Sancti.
Yeah, she's the boat because she floats.
No, boats, not.
Yeah, they all float down here, Timmy. That's good.
Right. Well, why is fucking Giselle out here looking like.
Oh. Hey. It was Cody's text.
Why?
Yeah, Gamer's still 5-0, 4-2 for Victor. Gamer, that title's going on the line this weekend, folks. We are here all weekend long. We will not stop. We got this week capping off with Forbidden Door. It's going to be a fun one. And the Prediction Championship will be on the line.
Right. We're going to do all the, the Doctor Strange, Forbidden Door, open up the multiverse of madness down here. Kevin Owens literally his whole character for the past month now is just angry Canadian.
So some people have foo-fooed what KO's doing. Oh, he's acting ridiculous. That right there when he's like, can you be on the team? So it is Sammy and KO tonight instead of DIY. Don't be mad. But KO, I get to punch him in the face. Okay, I can go. Good. Bye. It's good, man. I'm okay with it.
I would fucking hope so. You'd be okay with it because, folks, by the way, I know we joke about how KO and KJ look like doppelgangers of that's come see come saw. That's 1A to 1B of times of I'm very much of KO just pops up and just that's KJ.
Right. Too many titles ruined the importance of any of them. They literally just passed them out. In both brands, AEW interim titles and the 9 world titles in WWE. Mark, yeah, I don't disagree with that, buddy. I think there's been a lot to that. Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark is coming to the ring. Sorry, I get a little tongue-tied around Trish. Yeah, anyway. But, yeah, I think they're trying to remedy that, right? We're going to get the tag titles dissolved. We're going to get the women's tag titles dissolved. We're not sure what we're doing with the men's world titles, the tag titles yet. So we'll figure all that out. But I do think they're trying to streamline it. And maybe the brand split will actually hold up. But so far, not so good.
Right. I like this. So what the fuck did KO and Butch switch places?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're going to get anger management segments with some ridiculously either.
They just need to hug it out.
Yeah.
You're going to get the same doctor from Danielson and Kane to where they just need to hug it out.
As long as it's not Alexa Bliss's doctor, that guy was not good.
Just sit there and rock back and forth on the swing set. You're good.
Mm-hmm. So Trish.
No, we'll get Dr. Stevie.
Dr. Stevie. There we go. I like when they use some development talent for it, and you're like, you don't look like a doctor at all.
Right.
Trish got a cape like a supervillain. There you go. Thank you.
No. Have you never watched Incredibles? No capes.
Oh my God.
What?
Trish just went like ragdoll. We got a bear hug and a
Jesus.
Trish almost
Stretch Armstrong right there. Just
no. Look at this. But I love you.
Hey, Trish, regain the muscle motion in your body. And Raquel's out here with that outfit's helping with them cakes.
God,
I'm sorry. I might want a Hulkamania cake right now. I might want to know when it comes crashing down and it hurts.
I'm clipping that for sure. That's my favorite thing ever.
I don't give a fuck.
Out of context would be amazing, brother.
Brother, listen, brother. I'll eat that taco any day, bro.
Trevor Lowell says he's pointing out Starks' "Thank You Trish" shirt. I think it's wicked. Good touch. Nice little touch.
Well, we're still missing the that's how you find any missing child right now is you just put them on a Trish Stratus shirt.
We got a two. Yeah, right. KO plus anger equals Dr. Shelby, Rocco says. All right.
Oh,
Dr. Shelby.
You're gonna hug it out. Hug it out.
Let's go. Get Phil in here. That fucking mess of a human being. Ronda, the back Rodriguez. Yeah, accurate. Can't even remember that. It's accurate.
No, you're fine. I'm just laughing at like Cake City time. Even the ref out there looking at it. You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. Always time for cake. There is never a bad time to eat some cake. Pause. Accusations. Allegedly. Right. Factual. Why?
Does Becky interfere? Yeah, I think so. I think that's a possibility.
We get a bake-off show-off? What?
Right. Raquel Rodriguez looks like Curry Man's unmasked sister. Jesus.
No.
Come on now.
That's aggressive. That's a reach.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's tying her hair or pulling her hair. Ah. Okay, that didn't work. Trish going for a ride. Oh, nice. Wicked counter by Trish.
I've got her right now getting powerbombed. Oh, roll through
so just got the reversal.
Middle turnbuckle.
Zoe starts stepping in.
Oh no, dose.
Big ride by Trish.
Yeah, this is doing nothing but help Zoe Stark. So all of any reports that are like, oh, she's being forced through this, like you're just talking out your ass at this point.
Right. Rain, appreciate your take. Welcome. Heel Diva promo. Becky Lynch to even the score with Zoe interferes with Raquel for the W. Yeah, that makes sense. And then this way Trish doesn't have to do a ladder match. And that you still have Trish involved because she can still mess with Becky not being in the match.
The Mega Cakes align and we just get, Raquel and Becky versus Trish and Zoe next week.
Oh.
And then we can set up the Mega Cakes explode. Why?
Snake Eyes. Well, that was clunky. This match did kind of soften the crowd a little. Well, oh my God! Yeah. You hear Corey? Oh my God!
No,
Corey. Well, I think it was Corey. Kevin you never hear him, so I'm assuming it was Corey. Sounded like Mario.
Like a dog whistle. You can't hear Corey, or you can't hear Kevin unless you're trying to hear it.
Oh dear Lord! Ragdoll Trish. Yeah, did you see that shit?
I just got her eating a fucking clothesline, and then I've got a replay here now. She's getting thrown in the ring.
Yep, Larry, Raquel, China Trish, Ragdoll Trish. Yep, both of you. I like it. Yepers. We're very agreeable chat tonight. I like it.
Sorry, my text went rogue.
Okay. Oh, there's Bex. We got Bex. Laying into Mrs. Starks. Oh, Trish getting a hand on Becky now. Oh, that's a DQ. Oh, so Trish wins and gets in by DQ. I was right. Cha-ching.
Wait, what? How? What?
Ah! Boo earned.
Boo earned.
There you go. Scared the man away. So Becky pops Trish, and therefore Trish gets the win via DQ and qualifies for the Money in the Bank. Raquel is out, but this could be a big moment for Raquel. Do we get her really pissed off? Maybe a potential heel turn from the lady with the back. No, she's just disappointed. There you go. So now we got Starks and Becky in this ladder match. That makes a really interesting element to this. There you go, Victor. Absolutely. We got Bayley, Becky, Io Sky, Starks. We also have who else is in this damn thing? I love stupid baby faces. Right? I tried to help. Wait, what? I don't know what's happening. 5-1, 5-2, 0-18. C Money not having any luck here tonight. Boston 6-0. I got that one right. You picked Trish too? Come on now. We're getting a replay of Finn jumping on Seth, folks. Remember, keep that chat going. Keep it alive. Let us know how you're feeling about Raw tonight. How you're feeling about the week coming up. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing like the freeze frame pictures. We just saw this happen. Why are you doing it in visual pauses? 6-1. Yep, check my tapes, my friend. No, I trust you. The buddy system works really well around here. I don't think Graves likes KP. No, I think Graves is dragging KP along, JV. I think that's the problem with Kevin Patrick. Like, there's times where Corey's just losing his mind or trying to be witty, and he's just talking to a fucking brick wall, so it doesn't go well. I think that is what you see in those moments of like, come on, like, giddy up. All right, I have something to say. But right now I'm getting an ad for Seth freaking Rollins taking on Braun Breaker tomorrow. And I have a feeling we're not done with Seth Rollins here tonight. Braun Breaker in the house. Braun Breaker live on Raw, folks. 6-1. Trish 1. 5-1. Larry, how are you 6-1? 4-2. I like that deal. See, Money, that is a piece of cake. What? All right, we're back on the money train. Braun Breaker on Raw. That's exactly what we're getting right now. Definitely giving us some Dom Toretto vibes. I know we've joked about it for the last couple weeks here, but this is better though. Braun's ready, right? Like, Braun is on that doorstep knocking to be on this main roster. And you don't send him out to the ring to cut a promo. You give him a backstage and you let him deliver. And he is. It's good. This works. Bet Raquel gets in because of Logan, right? He has to ask, right? No, yeah, it's very interesting. But Raquel takes the loss. Is there like a do or die, somebody gets in type thing? Are they going to leave the women's at 6, the men at 7? I don't know. I really don't know. I still have mixed emotions. But here comes Shinsuke Nakamura. We'll take your predictions in the chat now, folks. Let us know who you're taking. Let us know who you got. Kevin Patrick brings 0 energy. He has none. No enthusiasm. No spark. No energy. He's not very excitable. It's not good. It's not good. Sorry. Yeah, I'm actually not. But that's like, and there's so much energy difference between, like, Corey needs somebody to banter with him. Somebody to say, oh, come on, Corey, I can't believe you said that. You know, like, when you had Gorilla and Brain, when you had Jerry and JR, when you had Vince and Jesse, like, you name them. It always played well when you had that counter. As we head back into commercial break, KJ, my best friend's little brother, is making his wrestling debut July 7th in ECPW in a 20-man battle royal. That will have Enzo. That's not bad. The main event on the card is Tommy Dreamer. Well, congrats to your friend's brother, man. That's really cool. That should be a fun night for him. And again, with some of those names, how could you forget that kind of night? So good on him. Good on him. Folks, we are in a commercial break again. We're still rolling along. We got just under an hour remaining in Raw tonight. We are rolling through. That all being said, we still have a trios 6-man tag coming up in the main event where KO is going to team with Cody Rhodes and take on, I almost said Imperium, Judgment Day. We've had a lot going on tonight. The pace of the show has been pretty good overall. I can't complain about that. We just had Trish Stratus. She gets herself into the Money in the Bank, now that I can remember. And beyond that, folks, I will take a second to remind everybody, we're here all week long. We're back tomorrow. NXT Gold Rush. The night is stacked. A bunch of titles on the line. It's going to be a fun night. Seth Rollins will actually defend his belt against Braun Breaker. And then we got a whole lot more as far as Ali's going to be the special guest referee between Bate and Wes Lee for the North American title. The women's title is on the line between Thea Hale and Tiffany Stratton. So my buddy Nick will have a little epiphany here tomorrow. And then we're through all the rest of the week. We're here for Dynamite. The last Dynamite before Forbidden Door. We'll see what gets added to the card. We know that Tony's infamous for tacking things on. So that will also be interesting. We'll see how that goes. Back for Impact. Friday, we're coming in with SmackDown and Rampage. Saturday, we're going to be here for Collision. Sunday, like I said, Forbidden Door 2, live from Toronto. It's going to be a good one, folks. So make sure you click like, subscribe, and be a friend. Tell a friend. Let everybody know about us. We're climbing by the moment, so we're having a good time doing it. What else do we got here tonight? John LaRue's in the house, by the way. Says Braun has way more character as a heel, in my opinion, 100%. He is naturally comfortable here. Instead of trying to force him into an over-the-top, friendly baby face with, when he's trying to put on that smile and deliver the good guy, it comes out so green, so unnatural for him. So to let him be a heel, spot on. He reminds me of Scott more than Rick. It's the funniest thing, but he is an outstanding heel. Like it allowed him to pole vault, in my opinion. Whereas a babyface, I still felt he needed more time, right? He's a big guy. He's young. He's still going to be clunky in the ring. But having him kind of develop here with being more natural, it works. It really works for him. This one's hard to call. Shit, yeah. The next match is a toughie. Who do you got? Shinsuke for the win. Reid by DQ. Yeah, I have a feeling we're not going to get a clean finish here. I think you're going to be in tough to get a clean finish. KJ, Ventura, and Vince. Bang. I think I called that one too. Ricochet interfering. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I think counter commentary is played out. I don't know. You might have to elaborate a little on that one. Nakamura wins. I'm going with Reid for the win. Fair enough. Tough. Becky's upset. DQ costs Rick because of Ricochet. Okay. Bonkers. Becky's saying she screwed herself. So they're really, really, really painting Becky as a huge underdog going into this Money in the Bank, guys. And that's why I really do feel she could potentially be the winner here. She's my pick to win. And I think they're building her as, like she just explained, I got enemies in Damage Control. I got enemies with Trish and Stark. she's outnumbered. She's outgunned. She's in a bad place. She's not a favorite. Everybody's out to get her. It's her versus the world. To me, it feels like they're building up babyface Becky. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know how you think. I'm calling that one, but she's my pick to win, guys. Has Braun faced Bronson? I don't recall it, Larry. I really don't. I don't think it's happened. I think they slightly missed each other. Did you know Enzo and Daddy Magic have a Twitch podcast together? I did not know that. And I would imagine that would be somewhat entertaining and all over the place. He is more like his uncle. All right, Shinsuke for the win. Here comes Bronson. Braun Breaker is not at WWE Raw as a counter cut to the scene. All right, Richard. Puff, puff, pass. You going to Forbidden Door? No, sir. I will be here live with you guys as always. A lot of these shows, as far as fun as they would be, as of right now, the job, the gig is be here. So that's what I do. However, there might be some opportunities to be at a collision or two based on timing. We'll see how it goes and what they announce for it. What happened to Cliff Tradamus on Tuesdays? Well, life happened. That's what happened, Mark. So as we've seen, we've had a good handful of people come and go through the channel. It doesn't mean we're not going to see them again. It's just what we do, the how we do it, and the grind that we take. And not everybody can do it all the time. Life does get in the way, and right now it's a volunteer gig. So, yeah, big shout out to Cliff. Reid wins by DQ, so we're going the DQ route. My only concern there is we just got the DQ. What? But why? What? Did crypto and video game scammer Logan show up yet? Godzilla's not some. Yeah, Unbroken. We did get Logan Paul. And he entered himself into the Money in the Bank, and then a brawl broke out. Then he dove over the top ropes and took everybody else out. So, yeah, Logan Paul was here. Logan Paul was going to be in the Money in the Bank. Logan Paul was going to win the Money in the Bank, is my guess. Shinsuke for the win. It's too close to Money in the Bank for him to lose. Yeah, you know what? I like that, Victor. I think I'm with you on that one. Zoe Starks is my pick. Okay. Wow. Okay. That'd be huge. Crowd's a little quiet, but we're getting a little bit of chanting now. And then Bronson just caved in Shinsuke's chest. AEW Collision is live in Toronto on Saturday. True story. And I'll be here with you guys live. Becky said months ago she never won the Money in the Bank. She would like to win it. Yeah, I'm with you. And that's where I started getting this feeling, right? She started talking about, I was so disappointed when I didn't win it, and song and dance. And again, now you're seeing her like, oh, I screwed myself. I'm never going to win. Oh, and people were right. Ricochet is here. Ricochet, okay. And off to commercial. I don't know if Kevin Patrick said we're going to commercial or not, but don't regularly know what he has said. Is R-Truth coming back? They posted a match today. He is still injured. I don't know. Here's the thing with Truth is that he's been hurt. It was a serious injury. He was in great shape. Can he come back and get a couple matches in or whatnot? Probably at some point, but maybe he's just enjoying this part of his career, right? Do I think we'll never ever see him again? God, no. But I think there's no rush to get R-Truth back in the mix. What do you really do with them? It's going to be a huge pop, a sentimental favorite, but realistically, I don't think there's any rush, and it's seemingly on both sides right now. Bronson, Otis, and Ivar are the same weight, 330. That's convenient. It's convenient. You think there'd be a little variance there, Larry? Good point. Ciampa might join the Judgment Day. All right. I don't think so. That'd be a shout and a different twist. If you switched Otis and Bronson's beard, no one would notice. Fair enough. Isn't Otis got a little tinge to his, though? Let's be real. Need more Elias. He actually make a good commentator, I feel. I don't know what's going on with Elias, Mark. I really don't. Like, they made a big deal about bringing him back. He was no longer going to be his twin brother. They were going to let that go, thankfully, mercifully. And yet, it just never really got out of the gates, never really found its way. Then we saw him kind of with Boogs for a second. I think there's a lot of talent to Elias. I actually think Elias is one of those guys that could pop up in NXT for a little stint. To be 100% honest with you. Why not? But I think Elias is better than he's been utilized. I don't know. I don't get it. Any matches announced for next Collision? Not to my knowledge, sir. I do not believe that is the case. So if anyone knows of any matches that are going to happen next Saturday, I know of matches that are going to be on Wednesday. Of course, it's getting close. I believe we already know a couple matches that are going to be on Rampage on Friday. So, interesting enough, we don't quite know anything for next week. But I don't think it matters. I think people are going to show up. Curiosity. People are going to hate watch. People are going to be curious. People are going to want to tune in to cheer. If Punk is on Dynamite this week, it's really going to set the tone for Saturday. And he might even say something akin to that. I won't be here much, but you can find me on Saturdays. Guys, whether you say it or not, it is what it is. Mixed emotions and opinions about CM Punk. But like I said earlier, even a channel like ours sees an uptick when Punk's on it. This is the way it is. R-Truth versus Marco Stunt at Forbidden Door. Book it. Oh, that's funny as hell. Why don't we just bring Marco Stunt in as Little Jimmy? Union City, New Jersey, North Bergen, New Jersey are 2 blocks away from each other and each have their own indie company. And as it sits here, I realize that this is a crazy one runs Ace Pro Wrestling and the other hosts ECPW. Right on, JV. Cool. R-Truth, a perfect Royal Rumble surprise pop. Ding. Yeah, I like it. Be funny if it would be funny. It would be entertaining. But he would get that huge pop, right? Especially because we haven't seen him so long. I like that, Mark. I like that angle a lot. You're not going to do much else with him anyway. I changed my prediction to Bronson Reid or a DQ finish. Challange is not sure what's happening at all. Can't make a decision at all tonight. If R-Truth is coming, is also 24/7 championship. Bobby, I think they should have. If they were going to get rid of the 24/7 belt, they should have done something with R-Truth. Even if he was hurt, he was sitting there in a wheelchair and Nikki throws it in his lap and sit on the floor next to the garbage. I think I would have been okay with that. Bronson pancakes Shinsuke. 2. Good match. What if we get a little more of a heel Ricochet? Is that possible? Could we get a little bit of a heel turn? Where's Bray Wyatt? JP? I don't know. I have no clue anymore. I mean, when he first left wrestling, and there was rumors he was going to AEW or WWE, I'd go on live streams all the time. Like, tonight's the night. Tonight he's coming. It's got to be tonight. And it never happened. He ended up back in the WWE, had what was deemed by a lot of people to be a very lackluster return outside of leading into the return. Now they're getting involved with Shinsuke and Ricochet. I can actually see Bronson Bronson going after Ricochet. Eats a little bit of stare. Big kick by Shinsuke. There's a rumor that AJ might have one last NXT run. We will see. All right. Interesting. That could be good. Bronson pancaking Shinsuke once again. Going up to the top. The crowd to their feet. Tsunami! Down he goes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Goodbye, Ricochet. It over. Not Ricochet. Well, Ricochet's hurt too. Shinsuke. So Bronson Reid looking like a beast tonight. I'll wrestle a chair for $3 on Collision. There you go, JV. Ting, ting, ting. Sign you up. Whoever said Zoe for Money in the Bank, she is 14-1. EO's favorite, then Becky. Right on, right on. I like that. What are the other odds? I like EO. I do as a pick, but I'm going Becky all the way. Bray and Elias are whistling Dixie and catering. Yeah, you know what? Put them together. Fuck it. Find a way to make Elias creepy. I don't know. What happened to Boogs? Boogs got beat up by LA tonight. We haven't seen him since. So now we're looking at just over half an hour. So we're down to the last little bit of the show here, folks. Going back to commercial break, getting a reminder that we are getting the Judgment Day versus KO, Sammy and Cody tonight. I have a feeling we're going to see Seth Rollins return after the beating he took earlier tonight. So that shall be interesting. But with all of that being said, I will read your comment in a second, James. I'm getting a commercial for Stone Cold. Did anybody watch the Stone Cold show? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if I should watch it. Stone Cold Takes on America. I'm curious. There we go. Let me know if you've seen some episodes. But with all that being said, like I said earlier, we're here for all your wrestling, folks. So make sure you get in the chat. Make sure you say hello. And if you could do us a solid and just let people know we are here. One of the cool things we're going to have this weekend is Luna Havoc will be at Forbidden Door. She will be repping the Wrasslin for Life Network. And we will be getting updates from her. And we'll also be putting stuff out on our social media as well. Make sure you click all those links below, folks. Go get yourself a t-shirt. They're nice. Go get yourself a t-shirt. Go get yourself a t-shirt. Go get yourself over to our Discord, our Twitter, our Instagram, and all the fun stuff. And again, we appreciate everybody for helping us get over 2K subscribers. And now we're jumping and pushing to get towards 3. With all that being said, James and Casey, I haven't watched much of AEW. They now have 3 weekly shows. Any of them considered developmental? Do they just have too many wrestlers in each spots? None of them are considered developmental. They also have Ring of Honor if we want to be picky, which I think should be treated like a developmental or more directly like a developmental. No, none of those shows are developmental. It is a case of we have too many people, and it's also seemingly a case of we all can't get along. So we will see how this all develops. I think at the end of the day, I know it's another 2 hours of wrestling. And as, you know, myself and Big Nick covering so much live wrestling, you know, we cringe when they're like, we're going to get a new show. We're like, oh, God. Rampage at this point should become obsolete. There's no point to Rampage, or you turn Rampage into an hour of Ring of Honor. You take Ring of Honor off of unless you want to put the replays of Ring of Honor on the Honor Club, you give it a chance to get notoriety again. You put it on right after SmackDown on Fridays for an hour, and you fill it with young talent. I don't want to see the Jay Lethals and the Sanjay Dutts and Luthers. I don't want to see those people on Ring of Honor. I want to see young and up-and-coming fresh talent that you guys are grooming for the next stage. That's what I would really like to see. Rampage, to me, bury it or do something better with it. Collision's going to be good. I'm really curious, but very optimistic that Collision's going to be fun. And I'm very curious how Dynamite's going to look over the next little while, guys. We said it this week. I mean, if there's a soft split of certain people won't be on the shows at the same time. It's going to be interesting. You look at the numbers last week and you look how they went all out, and it was a good show. A good amount of us gave it rave reviews. But if you can't move the needle with those guys, it's unfortunate. You got to figure something out. Punk is one of the biggest draws for AEW. I would argue he is the biggest draw. And Tony Khan had gone out of his way several times to defend Punk in that regard. I believe Tony Khan loves CM Punk. I believe Tony Khan really wants CM Punk to be a part of this. Tony Khan is an analytics guy. Tony Khan is a numbers guy. So he's not dumb. He sees it. One of his justifications for using Orange Cassidy so much in the beginning was he moves merch. The ratings are good when he's on. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. But that all being said, I think he's fully aware of that. I think he's stuck between a rock and a hard place trying to play everybody's friend. And hopefully he has some answers. And is it weird that after Punk's promo on Saturday, part of me felt like I was watching a work? That part of me thought maybe, like everybody knew he was going to say something, but even he laughed. He made the joke, but then chuckled. Like maybe he just amused himself. I don't know. Maybe it's just my ignorant optimism of please turn this into money for the company. 6-2, Victor. Seth giving a little talk right now, by the way. Oh, punching shit. So Seth is saying, welcome back to Finn Balor. This is the guy that, did a number on us years ago. Or 7 years ago. This is the guy who has beat me. So apparently Seth is content with his ass woman. Bash 8, Mason Ryan was on the Stone Cold show. Okay. Cody, KO, and Sammy for the win. We're not there yet. 5-2. Oh, yeah. Now where are there? My bad. Actually, I forgot. Nick's not here. I can speed up. There we go. KO's coming out. I forgot I was slightly lagging. Here comes Sammy. Oh. Stone Cold with another show. What's he doing? Barbecue Big Brother? Apparently he's just going around America doing shit. I don't know. That's what it looks like anyway. Stone Cold takes America, KJ. Thumbs up. All right, thank you, John. I mean, Stone Cold's entertaining as shit, so if you got him out doing stuff like, I don't know, they were showing clips of him doing random shit, I imagine it would be highly entertaining. 5-2. But facial expression go a long way. What'd Steve say? Did I miss Steve say something? I'll take your word for it. No rating till Wednesday for Collision, I think. Interesting. Well, I mean, it would come out. It should be out already, actually. Elias and Bray could be fun. He could He could do Bray's music live. He's silly. Bandana makes him an automatic heel. Here comes the Judgment Day. No, I lied. Here comes Cody Rhodes. And I actually was listening to him speak as I said it. Rampage has been good the last 2 weeks. Steve. Shit, you know what? This last week, I don't think that's accurate. I don't think so. Now, one of the problems was if you just finished watching the Uso shit, you really weren't dialed into Rampage for a good 35 minutes. Easy. Last week had the 4 title matches, none of which were AEWs. Apparently that was a good show. But this past Friday, I don't know if it just got completely overshadowed by SmackDown, but to me, it wasn't the greatest of Rampages. Scored kind of low. We might get Danielson versus Punk. Yeah, I think eventually it's a possibility, and I'm all for it. Good promos, veterans, history, all for it. The Young Bucks wrote that counterfeit Bucks line. Yeah, I heard that rumor. I like how they jumped on Twitter, though, considering it is a work, always has been. Artist, man, I appreciate you. Because sometimes I feel crazy and then you validate it. So maybe we both crazy. But the way it's been so clunky, it makes me doubt it. But if it ever works into it, whether it was or isn't at this point, I don't matter. If you get there, I'll be happy. Muffin tops will make you giddy. I was gonna make a muffin joke. It was probably gonna go bad. I let it go. Who's the main event? Bash 8. We got a 6-man tag. Judgment Day taking on Cody Rhodes, Sammy KO. I know my man Nick said maybe we could cool off a little bit on Sammy KO, but again, you got 3 of the biggest baby faces in the company main eventing Raw tonight. The crowd's up for it. It's loud. Again, you got to use your stars, and I think they're okay. I think, again, it's not like, oh, these guys again, and I kind of like what they're doing with KO. But I am getting a preview for SmackDown and the repeat of the kick heard around the world. Plus, we're getting a women's tag title unification match as Ronda and Shayna are going to take on the Unholy Alliance or Unholy Couple or Unholy whatever. Judgment Day for the win. Judgment Day for the win. Yeah, I got Team Cody. I'm going with you, Dale. I'm going to go Team Cody. I think Judgment Day, again, there's a chance that this doesn't get a winner tonight, but I think Seth gets involved, and I think you even saw it tonight where everybody was awkwardly talking to each other like birds on a wire. And Rhea's checking with the boys like, you got, are we good? And there's tension there. There's tension there for sure. So there could be some moving parts to this main event tonight. Cheeseburger takes on Joey Janela Thursday. Oh, can't miss that. Are you mean an actual wrestling match with Cheeseburger, or is he just going to live stream himself taking down some cheeseburgers? I'm curious. Seriously. Vitamins in my soul, something, fill my bowl. I'm all for it, Larry. I like it, buddy. KO, Sammy, and Cody for the win. Richard. It's written. It shall be done. Ring of Honor Rampage makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Mark, I'm all for it. Like, if you put it, you get that a little bit of national exposure. If it has to move the way Rampage does for playoffs or something special, not a huge deal. You still replay it on your Honor Club. Putting it behind the paywall, if you're trying to give the brand some love, isn't working. If you picked a select group of people who these are the talent, like you really do a hard brand split, and unless it's something special like we see with NXT, you build up young talent. You really give a chance for young talent to get over and grow and have a fan base before they get to those main shows. Get the greenness out of them. Cut promos in front of a smaller group. I think it would work better than doing the tape shows, making your fans sit through 5 hours. And just my take, but I don't run the company. What can I say? What I read is Chris Hero might join the BCC. I've heard rumors that Chris Hero's been sniffing around. Very interesting. If you could bring back the Kings, a lot of potential there. Be very interesting, even if Claudio was to lose the Ring of Honor title to Eddie, but then it kind of pushes Hero and Claudio together. We get a little more Kings. We'll see. I mean, Chris Hero is an interesting cat where he seemed to be destined for really great things, really talented guy in the ring, talented overall. And he just, I don't know, never found his footing. Is that the way to put it? I feel bad for Wardlow. I do too. And I think Wardlow's a good example. Like if Wardlow was on a Friday night Ring of Honor show and you were giving him the Braun Breaker treatment right now, how good would it? Now, let's just ignore the fact that Wardlow already got himself over and it got botched. So, but if you had a guy, Hobbs, another guy, right? If he's down on a Ring of Honor, developing and growing and getting better and stronger, even a Sky Blue and some of these other ladies that have shown talent. Willow's your Ring of Honor. Well, Athena's there. She can go toe-to-toe with Athena in a really nice way. But you treat it like that developmental, where it's the up-and-comers, and you find a place to put some of these younger guys. Even a Jungle Boy. Hey, Jungle Boy, go do 5 months, 6 months in Ring of Honor. Get some confidence, get some cojones, and we'll get you out. We'll get you back up here when you're a little more comfortable, when you're a little more grown. Some people aren't going to like that take, but it's my take. Cody stealing Adam Cole's story time, baby. I don't know. No. It's right. It's similar. I get you. And I don't know who gets credit for it. Thank you. I forgot. No worries, Bash. It's been a long night. And not a bad night. I'm not really going to have a lot of disparaging things to say about Raw. Yeah, certain things didn't quite make sense. I don't love every decision. Overall, a decent night of Raw. I'm not jumping out of my chair, but I'm still got a main event to get through. Very optimistic to see what they deliver here for this. Yeah, now they got Damian punching that pop. Braun versus Seth is just the NXT door. Yes. Best ring gear if you're a rodeo clown, maybe. Are we going back to Raquel? Am I that far behind? KO Sammy Cody for the win, says John. A quarter pounder weighs more than ROH's cheeseburger. Valid. The Royale with cheese, definitely bringing it in. Is this the last one? Hassan, yes, it is. This is your main event. We got Rhea Ripley, your world women's champion, I think, with Dom. We already have Cody, Sammy. It's very interesting that the babyface came out first. But all that being said, this should be entertaining. We got a decent amount of time on the clock as well. So we'll see how tonight's wrap up, if there's any angle to this. Is there any approach to this as far as building towards Money in the Bank? Boston, what you got? I could see JD interfering tonight to help Judgment Day win, and that's his intro into joining the Judgment Day. Finn was whispering with him last week in the hallway. Yeah, man, it's possible. They've definitely teased it. Part of me feels like JD is going to be part of the mechanism that starts wedging Finn further away from Judgment Day, though. That's why I think Judgment Day is going to lose tonight. I think there might be some miscommunication somewhere here for the Judgment Day. Yeah, I think we'll see. I think Damian Priest is ready to break free and be on his own. I think Rhea and Dom are kind of locked into something good. Finn's going after the world champion, so maybe there's something to it. Maybe they've just pushed Damian out and switched him up with a JD. We'll see. Big boos for Dom. Tags in Finn, and we got Cody on the other side. Stone Cold's show is that he is semi-retired and hops in an RV, and people challenge him to do things. All right, I get behind that. Challenge him to do things. Like what? And so it's like Trailer Park Boys. Swear net. Here we go. Team Cody wins. All right. Right now we got Cody and Finn locking up. I got a feeling Finn whispers more than talks. He is a brooding man. I'm not sure where the sarcasm came in there. Chris Hero has been around forever. How old is that dude? 50? He might be like a good solid 46. I mean, he's been around for a minute and then some. Here, Hero still wrestles. Thought he was training people. He is training people more than he's wrestling. I haven't heard of Chris Hero in anything. not even coming up as like an indie booking. So I do believe a lot of his focus is on training. However, you know how Tony Khan is. You know how AEW can work at times of like, hey, Tony, you got a few bucks for Chris? Huh? What is the crowd chanting? What are we chanting right now? We're JD versus Dolph match. That got squashed out last week. No, Dolph's on the shelf. Not Elf, Dolph. Big elbow off the second rope. Anybody know what the crowd was chanting there at the beginning? But he's a pillar. You can't do that. Yeah, pillar my ass. I don't know how much we've talked. I mean, we talked about it leading into Double or Nothing. And everybody said the same thing. And I know you're being tongue-in-cheek, artist, just to be clear. And I agree with your sentiment of like I said, it's nothing worse than being on a team when the wrong people are like, oh, we're going to make these guys the captain. And they're not the leaders. They're not the people that are picking up the slack. Anytime you do that, label somebody and it's not deserving, it's hard to motivate the rest of the team at times. I think Ricky Starks had a really good take on it not too long ago. I don't imagine a lot of people like it or agree with it. Rhea Ripley lays out Sammy. Man, she's good. High five to Damian. And Dom laying the boots as we go back to another commercial break, folks. Raw was meh again. I don't know about meh. It might be like a little slightly higher than meh. Meh. Little bit, artist. I don't know if it's in the meh territory tonight. Hey, KJ, did y'all have Betamax up in Canada? I'm going to say no because it doesn't come to mind. Betamax. Yes, JV. Yes. Oh, my God. It took me a second. I'm like, what kind of cereal is that, man? No, yes, we did. He was supposed to be the next big wrestler. That's the thing. You kind of got to wait and see how people develop before you start tagging them with labels, right? And it's never done anybody any good. The only real exception I would say, like really that made sense, was like a Brock, the next big thing. Fine. You did it with Drew McIntyre. Look what happened to him. It's hard when you kind of put people in a position they're not ready for. Listen, Jungle Boy, 5 years, 6 years from now, he might be outstanding. And you know what? He's not terrible in the ring, but he's just not there yet. He's just not mature in the way that you'd want out of a pro wrestler. And I do think that's a big hindrance. And I know I'm going to ramble a little bit here, but I do think sometimes with AEW, that is a bit of the hindrance, collecting and gaining new fans. When people tune in and you see like two what looks to be 18-year-olds running around in their underwear, it's tricky. Like it really is. If you don't know any better, if you were a relapsed fan and you stepped away and it looks like kids are wrestling, I think it's harder for the casual fan to go, oh, I want to, what's this? I think instead it's more of or when you get somebody bleeding every week, it's tricky. So, I mean, let them develop. Find a place for them to develop. Judgment Day CGI. I don't know where we're going with that. I have Betamax next to my Laserdisc, Atari 2600, and ColecoVision. The fact that you said ColecoVision blows my mind, Unbroken. Had a ColecoVision, loved an Atari. Some of the classics. But now you're going way back. Cody, do you ever go back? Anybody? Look, I'm going to get on a sidetrack here while we're on a commercial real quick. You ever go back and play those old fucking Atari games and shit and then realize as an adult how fucking impossible those games were? They're ridiculous. Cody team for the win. Cody, KO, and Sammy for the win. PS2, PS3, Atari 2600, 12-year-old computer. Yeah. Right. Seth will appear, but Braun will spear him. Now, we do have that as well. That's an interesting angle. Now we're back to the action. Judgment Day still in control of Sami Zayn, folks. Don't forget Commodore 60. Wow, dude. I was super young for that one. But yeah, Commodore 64. Man, I remember just being like, and then running through like the Sega Master System, the good old 16-bit, Nintendo, of course. Y'all remember the Power Glove? Kind of want to hear Finn speak Spanish with an Irish accent. That shit funny as hell. Oh, Priest misses in the corner. Sammy crawling for the tag. Priest also crawling for a tag. Commodore Vic 20. Oh, Dom in breaking up the tag. No chance. Dragging Sammy back. And the boos come aplenty. Chris Hero's 43. So not bad. I was close. A few years older than me. All right. All right. I hope they don't have Finn use the demon character against Seth. No, they shouldn't. They really shouldn't. They need to let that simmer and not bury it when he goes solo. Have him use it and then let it be strong. Yeah, if you're gonna bring out the demon, it's got to kill. It's got to be a killer. It's got to be dug in. You can't have the demon show up and take L's. I mean, what they did with Roman was an absolute farce. It was embarrassing. It was on the level of the exploding ring. Oh, KO! Huge pop for KO on the hot tag. And he just stopping the shit. Yeah, man. He'd been wrestling for a long time. KO chasing Dom down the aisleway. And people are liking like the pent up KO. Super kick. Let me tell you that Chris Hero versus CM Punk in the early 2000s was amazing. You're not wrong, JV. Guys, go back and check that out. Even the Chris Hero, we got a deuce. Chris Hero, Claudio, and the Briscoes had some bangers. Yeah, I mean, go check some of that out, but you're not wrong. Yes. The crowd is chanting, I want my MTV. Oh. 2 count on KO. Now he just grabs the mount. I'd walk a million miles for one of Rhea's smiles. And I would walk. Da-da-da. I've found another Shrek reference. We're getting good at this. The crowd is chanting. Oh, okay. Thank you, JV. Jungle Boy definitely isn't ready. We'll never see the appeal dudes have for Rhea Larry. She's manly. I like feminine women. Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Come on now. Huge pop for Cody. For anybody that wants to tell you tomorrow that Cody's not still over. Huge pop for Cody. Drop down, up chop. Up and over Priest. There you go. Nobody flopped worse than Lars Sullivan. Ooh. That was a rough one. He was like Gene Snitsky's cousin. Take me up and look me again. Oh, take me up and look again. That makes more sense. Larry's a Miami's boy. I don't know, Mommy's boy, Miami's boy. Oh, Damien's got Cody by the throat. South of heaven. Wow, Sammy out of nowhere. Dom all over Sammy. Nintendo hard is a term I hear. There goes Dom. He holds on though. Oh, Rhea catches Dom. Thank God for Mommy. Does Corey let us know as Rhea gets back up on the apron? Asteroids and Frogger were the best Atari games. Man, There was a cops and robbers Atari game. It was impossible. Like, you had to fucking figure out what floor he was going to be on. Oh, Sammy up and over. Tom gets flattened. Cody Cutter! Down he goes. Oh! Wow, Priest with a late kick. Fun match. Good main event. KJ just showed the end of the show. Watermark, something is about to happen. Dun, dun, dun. Seth will try and get Finn, but Braun will spear him. I think we got that one. Cody with a fist of fury. Roll up. 2. Come on, Kevin. I'll show you how it's done. KJ, it's an Al Jolson song. I'll take your word for it, Larry. Donkey Kong, Pac-Man. Pac-Man was, man. Even now, go play a game of Pac-Man. Pain in the ass. Donkey Kong, forever playing that game. Ridiculous. I remember the original hockey game for Atari was 2 stick guys. It was one step up from Pong. Pong actually might have been more fun. We were back from commercial break. Yes, we are. Sammy, go on, setting him up. Holuva. Zork. I don't know if I've actually played it. I just know of it. Crossroads. It's over. Cody, KO, and Sammy take the victory, folks. Going home happy tonight. Send the crowd home happy. And in a show that didn't have a lot to push because we still got a little bit of time here before Money in the Bank. Nice, solid night. No huge angles. You build up Seth Rollins rivalry a little bit. You start building. You're still building towards Money in the Bank. I don't like the SmackDown people being on it, but neither here nor there at this point. But Cody Rhodes, KO, Sammy with the W, and that's probably all we're getting tonight. No Seth. Cody acting like, oh, I can't believe you guys. Oh, shucks. Edge returns at WWE RAW. Not tonight, buddy. Omega Race in Atari was my favorite. That's a good one. Here comes KO. Yeah, on fire. Wow, I'm way the fuck behind. Tetris. Yeah, classic. 7-1. Were there 8 matches tonight? That's good. 7-1. 6-2. I think I was 6-2 as well. No, won't do it. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. Here comes Cody. So yeah, I'm catching up now. I'm confused. How do Amazon women have dude. 7 out of 10. Yar's revenge. That was fun. Cody Rhodes and Sammy and KO wins. Yes, they did, Aaron. So, folks, that's the show. That's it. I will happily take your rating out of 10. If you're currently watching, we still got over 40 people hanging out with us here tonight. But if you're currently watching, what did you think of Monday Night Raw tonight? Again, to me, we're so wired for big things to happen. It was a good, solid night, good, happy ending. I'm okay with this one. I really am. Galaga. Oh, my God. Anybody remember the game Bomber Raid? You were a jet. It's fucking hard as shit. I love the contrast between having Seth and KO and Sammy that are always looking to fight with brainless of wait, I completely lost my point of Roman and SmackDown. Yeah, no, I mean every week we're gonna that's what they're trying to do here with Raw, and you're trying to buy into certain characters. Seeing them consistently helps. And I'm all for it. Like, I'm not tired of it. I don't think they're overdoing it. I'm okay with it. Did Gargano come back? No, Johnny. No, Johnny. Just Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa did return. That feels like so long ago, guys, but Tommaso Ciampa is back in the WWE or back on Raw. Not that he left WWE. Sammy should have kissed her. 8.5 out of 10 says Bobby. I like it. 8 matches on Raw. Maybe a record. That's a lot. That's, again, what we did get was all right. Some of the matches, I mean, Trish, Raquel, meh. It was okay. Built an angle. Continues to build that story. Building Becky as an underdog. Again, wasn't a barn burner. Didn't blow my socks off, but decent. We got through it all right. 8, 8.2. No Gargano unbroken. I read he was supposed to, but I guess we shall await. Patience, grasshoppers. What's up, big dog? How you doing? 7-1. 8 matches tonight. B17 Bomber. Why did that happen? Great stream, gentlemen. Thank you, and see you again. Steve, thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody for being here and being a part of the show. See you tomorrow for NXT Gold Rush. Bobby Big Wheels, always a pleasure. So Seth had no open challenge. They must be prepping him for Braun. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is how you get out of it, where we were like, shit, Seth is going to defend his belt on Monday and Tuesday, and now they're going to go, no, he's going to defend it Tuesday and then probably next Monday. Valid reason. I'm okay with it. Some of the hate watchers are going to, that's stupid. No, I was all right. Builds it. You want to build. Like we said, Finn Balor hasn't been a world beater, guys. We're not like, oh my God, Finn Balor it could win the championship on any given night. This is good. Gives an edge to Finn. Except Finn was on the losing team tonight, so what the fuck do I know? What? Nothing happened at the end? No, nothing should have happened. We're good. Missile Command. 8.5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I think it was a good Raw. Unbroken, it was a decent. There you go. I get it. My bad. I still enjoyed the Buddy versus Andrade match and their nods to Rhea and Charlotte. Do you see that, guys? We talked about, I missed the Cloverleaf, but I did see the, obviously, the figure 8. I thought, why not? It's cute. So adorable. 8.25 out of 10. I like it. It's a big dog world, and I'm wearing milk bone undershorts. Pause. Making an entrance as always, big guy. 7 Froggers out of 10 spacing. All right, we'll take it. I like the stream. Thank you. Everybody liked the stream. Give us some love. 7.1 says bonkers. Folks, I'm going to go tonight, and I'm going to deliver a 7. I'll give it a 7. I mean, I don't feel like... Felt there was enough in there that I was like, that could have been better. That could have been changed. I wasn't bored, though. It had a good pace. 7, 8 matches. I can live with that. I'm okay. I think I'm okay with tonight. Just a good night of wrestling. A decent night of wrestling. In and out. Again, Raw's long. But for what Raw is, this was a decent one. I wish Triple H never said it was a workhorse championship, because now he has to live up to this ridiculous standard. As long as he's being defended at every pay-per-view and a few Raws, I'm good. He doesn't have to keep this pace, Boston. But yes, I'd almost imagine Seth wanted it this way. I want to be the workhorse. I even if Triple H didn't moniker it that, I think Seth would have said something akin to that unto himself. I get your point that he has to uphold it, but I think coming out of the gate, trying to build up this championship, give it some type of short-term history and make it matter, I think Seth has done a really good job. We're seeing it defended. I like the idea of him going down to NXT. Anybody who's a casual Raw fan who's like, wait, Seth, the whoa guy is going to be okay. You might get an uptick on NXT. You should get an uptick on NXT. So I'm good with it. Yeah, I mean, set the bar high. Go for it. But the game had the worst graphics. It was 3 lines and a triangle and then a windy drone sound thing. Get pissed off. How do you make this move? Charlotte wears the pants in her family? Quite possible. Quite possible. The chat was 100 out of 100. I like batting 1,000. I appreciate that, Bash 8. We do pride ourselves in the lovely chat that we do have here. Quite a little family. I do appreciate it. I've been talking to you guys up on my videos. Well, thank you, big dog. Appreciate that. 8 Q-Birds out of 10. I like it. I go 8 Pac-Mans out of 10 stick figure hockey men. Sounds like Seth Rollins is picking up where Bret Hart left off. Bret would defend the title constantly. Yeah, I like that. A valid comparable. And we talk about like where Cena was on that train once upon a time. I'm all for it. I mean, at some point it does taper off, obviously. But I think this is going to be an interesting run for Seth because I could see him losing that belt pre-WrestleMania. I could see one of the pay-per-views later this year, he loses that belt and makes it a little more intriguing of like, okay, now the next guy's got to do it. Hot potato, let's go. It's adorable watching fans of the WWE YouTube channel saying Raw will be epic tonight every week. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what do you say about that? It is what it is at the end of the day. You always hope for something. Every once in a while, they smash one out of the park. But, I mean, tonight was an all right one. We're okay with it. We've been getting, for a long time, we've been getting a little more of that epic stuff from SmackDown. So, we'll see. Seth definitely wears cargo pants. Well, he wears her pants. Very confusing for everybody. I'm totally cool with the NXT thing. I just mean these open challenges every week and stuff. Yeah, and you're not wrong. I think there will have to be a tape. It will have to taper off, Boston. I really do. I think a big part of what we've seen as of late is just really trying to establish it. Again, you can take right now. We're like, oh shit, everybody's really into Seth, but tonight you take him out of a title match. Now you'll have one tomorrow. Fine. Maybe it also helps where Braun does all right against Seth because Seth coming in injured. So. We'll see. I'm just going to leave it at that. Leave that up to your imagination, Larry. Family bra. Okay, there you go. And I mean, I don't mean the title losing meaning. I mean the excitement. Yeah, no, I agree. 100%. Again, too much of a good thing, right? You pick your favorite thing on the planet. Too much of it, you do hit a pause, with maybe one exception. Well, Seth does kind of look like Mr. Bill's house. Okay. I'm just going to leave that there. Got it. Upcoming Broken Skull sessions will be Hulk Hogan and Bret Hart, who's would be awesome. The stories would be great. All right, Mark, we'll check that one out. Should be a good one. Trish is ready to climb. We'll see. I think she's going to get a little bit of help. Might cause, you never know. Could be Zoe. That her and Trish kind of work together on it. I don't know. My pick is still Becky. Charlotte keeps Seth in place. Seth piece in the freezer. He needs to. Why does Charlotte keep Seth piece in the freezer? He needs to ask for it to go bowling nights. I miss Sam Kinison. Oh, Sammy. On that wonderful note, talking about that legend, go, if you don't know who Sam is, go Google him and have some laughs. Or don't, I hope you don't get offended easy, though. But with all of that being said, NXT will be lit. Actually, let's end on that one. I'll click that, Aaron. NXT will be lit. I like it. But, folks, that is it for the night. That is us. Big shout out to Big Nick, Luna Havoc, and the rest of the family. We thank you guys for joining us on a Monday. We will see you tomorrow for Gold Rush. Make sure you click all those links below. Tell your friends about us. Spread the word. We got so much coming your way, including Forbidden Door this week, where Luna Havoc will be live at it. We got so much coming your way. But the Tag Stream Champions shall return. Seth, Braun Breaker, and so much more tomorrow night. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. See you on the flip side. Good night.